the Donald. Trump is the man. Let's put our nation into his hands. Mike Pence and Donald make a great team. They'll make our nation the greatest it's been. They've got the wisdom, courage, and pride. Criminal Clinton ought to go hide. They know our borders leak like a sieve. They'll build a wall that's high and strong, and it's not gonna give. All those jihadis keep their swords honed. Trump's got the answer to that problem, just send them back home. Terrorist bombings still are a threat. Trump's the solution, you wanna bet. Second Amendment guarantees peace. Firearms protect us, even the weak. Criminals love those weapon-free zones. When guns are banned, then how the hell do we fight with iPhones? Now we've a choice. That choice is sweet. Vote for my man, the Donald Trump, for commander-in-chief. Mike Pence and Donald, shooting like stars. They love our freedoms. They'll take us far. Donald's got vision, clear as the day. Even in tough times, Trump knows the way.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Watch that, certified free. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that blood game wait. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mouth for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. The pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like a surprise. Let's role play, I wear a disguise. I want you to park that big black truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. Why I don't cook, I don't clean. But let me tell you, I got this ring. Come on, me, swallow me, quick down inside of me. Quick jump, pop for this will get inside of me. Tell them what to put in, never tell them what to buy to be. Run down on them for a half, baby, run to me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a car while ride that dick. You really ain't never gonna fucking burn a thing. You already been spying out for a gang. Now get your boots and the coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought the phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy. Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke. Not a garden snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope and lead. Oh, he got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Pussy in one, just like his Reddit. He got a beard, well I'm trying to wet it. I let him taste it, now he diabetic. I don't wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna gag, I wanna joke. I want you to touch that little dangly dang that's right in the back of my throat. My head game is fire, but I need the sunny. It's going and dry and it's coming out saggy. I run on the thing like the cup is behind me. I spin on this mic, now he's trying to sign me. Your honor, I'm a free bitch, handcuff me. Just with my wink, make it feel like you're cheating. Put him on the knees, give me something to believe in. Never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beat. In the food chain, I'm the one that eats you. If you ate my ass, he's a bottom feeder. Big D's have a big demeanor. I can make you bust before I ever meet you. If you don't hang, then you can't bang. You can hurt my feelings, but I like pain. If you fuck me, and that's cool shit. So when I ride the dick, you can spell my name. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring your bucket and a mouth for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Now for from the top, make it drop. That's a wet ass pussy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's a wet ass pussy. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's a wet ass pussy. Macaroni in a pot. That's a wet ass pussy.
Good evening, well dwellers. Welcome back to another episode of Poison Well Live. I'm your host, Fat Pat. With me, as always, is the biggest soy boy cuck of Twitter, Soy Fane. This little soy cult. He's a soy cultist. He makes you drink the soy. Good. What did you do? What did you do? I'm our black screen. I are. Oh, good. Ah, man. So we need 3 monitors.
Yeah, we need 3 monitors. Hold on. But let me see if there's something I could do here. Anyway, full time.
Well, as any of y'all that live in the States and some of y'all that don't live in the States know, we had an election. And there's a new president-elect. Or there's the same president. Some of us know the reality. Regardless if you love the Electoral College or the popular vote, it seems to be unanimous. Some people believe there was some voter fraud. These are all the discussions that will be going on tonight. We welcome anybody that has damning information on either, particularly if you have information outside of Trump on voter fraud. That is something we need to discuss. We are actually going to attempt to allow random people into the stream. We have a Discord.
We do.
That we welcome you guys to go join. There is a voice chat on our Discord, on Poisoning the Well Discord, that is called the waiting room. If you go into the waiting room,
Here we go.
and that means that you want to come onto the show because you have something to say, something to add, and we can pull you in. Hopefully that's the thought, but we had some questions, and Candid Lynn, who helped set up a lot of these rooms in our Discord, wasn't available to help us figure shit out. We're old. We're very analog in this digital
Literally
world.
anything could happen right now.
Yeah. And we don't know. It's the Wild West. But we felt like we're discussing something, and we hear a lot of people, screaming us in the chat from time to time when we're either getting facts wrong or misspeak about things and stuffs. And I think we thought that this discussion is going to we're going to need to allow people to come in and voice their opinion, but we also need to be able to control whether or not they're able to stay in or leave. Because if we did like a hangout thing, once you jump in the hangout, you can stay in the hangout as long as you want. And we have no recourse really to it. So Candid is here. She's listening. So
Candid, what we're trying to do is make sure that my bedroom is completely secure and I can only drag people in and out who aren't Hellbound Masters. Thank you.
yeah, get on it.
Hurry.
But if you're on Discord, or if you want to quickly download Discord because you know that we're going to say something that's going to be triggering, primarily something that Fane will say that's triggering, and you want to tell him that he's a soy boy cuck, if I haven't already done it enough times before you get on, you get the chance to say it to his face. But with that being said, if you don't feel like you want to jump in and say something directly, you can also super chat or Streamlab. Both the Streamlab link is in the description. You can, but those are both open. You can come in and say some shit.
Oh, yeah. Something looks wrong with my camera too. It's getting all digitalized when I move.
Good. Because you're in a simulation.
What is happening, Pat? We take a few weeks off, and everything shits the bed.
I don't know, man. But before we get into triggering,
I'm already triggered.
I know. I didn't even bring Cancel Chicken down. Little Fat took Cancel Chicken, and she's got it with her, and I can't take it from her. I feel like I might need Cancel Chicken though for this. Anyway, before we get into all of this great discussion that will end up with me fairly intoxicated, making less sense than we are now, we have to go to the merch pitch. Fane, are you ready for the merch pitch?
I am ready-ish.
Fane's camera is on drugs. That's what Stephen James says.
Look,
Sometimes the operator is on drugs. So that's the through line. We have the best merch page in the business. We have the best merch ever. You can get some of the best stuff, and we will put our merch page up against any other YouTuber. We don't just have t-shirts and hoodies. We've got notebooks, coffee mugs. We've got shower curtains, throw pillows, skateboard decks with or without the trucks. Depends on how you're feeling. We've got some amazing designs out there. Several designs of the oh, we got neck gaiters now too.
We got neck gaiters. So we have
and
performance
masks.
fleece, or we have extra soft fleece and performance material.
Fantastic.
Neck gaiters.
I'm probably gonna get some for
snowboarding.
You know what? I want the monkey face, just the lower half of the monkey face on a neck gaiter.
Okay.
That says my ancestor.
We also have a new ultra premium mask.
Ooh. But you'll see some of the really amazing artwork that's on here was drawn by an amazing artist named of Optic Decay. I'm actually drinking out of an Optic Decay mug tonight. I'm rocking an Optic Decay shirt tonight.
I am not.
No, you're wearing a Chick Track original inspired drugs shirt.
Drug shirt.
So if you want to let people know,
cool.
drugs Maybe you
Maybe.
can get a shirt that just says drugs.
I actually wear the mask that says the red mask that says drugs on it a lot.
We should have just like white powder all over it
It's
too.
neat. It's neato. Hey,
I'm
gonna
wearing.
try to do
I'm
something
wearing.
with my camera.
I actually chose to wear the hyper liberal, the Soyfane
You should.
hyper liberal tonight. I felt like with the discussion,
Yes,
I
you
needed
should.
to rock
It
the
makes sense.
hyper
Oh, boy.
liberal
Let's-
by Optic Decay. I am also drinking out of the fat grumpy cat mug tonight.
I don't know if my camera's going to come back. It left me.
Good.
Come on, camera. Come on, you can do this. You can do this.
But hey, the fact that they're able to actually hear us and we're running our voice chat through Discord, that's good.
It's fine. This is fine.
This is all fine.
This is.
It just, yeah, your face just looked like you had just a long pause. You're just. Yes, ptw.threadless.com. Thank you, Milt. The link is in the description as well, or Milt has just posted in the chat.
Is the camera working better? Oh, no, it's still fucking tripping out.
It's still
tripping out.
All
All right. I don't know what's going on with the capture card. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on. The last live stream we did made me feel like we needed to give everybody a break. It was a little bit much. We may or may not have drunk a little much.
Yep.
May have gotten a little.
I have no idea what happened in the last hour of the last stream that we did, which was a couple of weeks ago.
Don't recall.
So,
nope. Just so the thing is, I know we wore people out. I know that much.
So we were hilarious.
I didn't even go rewatch because I was just afraid to find out what we did. I just saw the comments. The last comment we got on that one was, you guys have jumped the shark.
Then we're going the right direction.
Yeah, dude. Jumping the shark was cool.
That's the coolest shit, man.
He had a
How do you
leather
get cooler
jacket.
than jumping?
Dude.
Exactly.
Jump the shark.
All right. Fane, I'm going to let you take the lead on this since you're so politically charged.
Well, I mean, look.
We need to come up with a start.
Johnny needs to go outside, but
I'll read the super chat then, and you can, or the stream lab, and you can let Johnny outside.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let Johnny outside real quick, but just give me the business.
We've actually had 35 minutes ago. We had Techitron subscribe to the channel, so everyone, y'all know what to do. Techitron, you fool! Skeptical Fighter Jet. Oh no. Donates $30. I was gonna donate 10 each for whatever was higher than the next time y'all stream. Falcons win or fourth quarter leads blown. Luckily, y'all only stream once every 2 months, so now y'all can take it either way. Look, being a fan of any Atlanta team is a tough thing. The worst thing that Atlanta can do for you, as far as sports goes, is give you hope. The Cubs were the lovable losers for years, and you were a Cubs fan through and through. You knew they weren't going to win. They've since won a World Series, but you knew that they weren't going to win. They were lovable. Everyone just knew. The problem with Atlanta-based teams is they're just good enough to give you hope. They're just good enough to make you think something good's coming to this town, and it just isn't going to happen. The whole town is cursed. Their sports teams are cursed. They've done something. We pissed off the wrong gods. So, yay for fucking that. Shit. I should something I should have done. Okay. There it is. So what we were going to get onto, we have several things with the election. Primarily, there's a lot of stuff that went on in Georgia. Georgia went blue this election. They predicted that Georgia was going to become a right-leaning swing state during this election. I don't think they anticipated it actually going to Biden. I know a lot of us didn't think it was going to Biden. What?
9-0, baby.
Yeah. So honestly, the reason Georgia went blue, a lot of people are saying it was Stacey Abrams and her pushing
to do with it. She registered like
she
a million
told
voters
people
or something.
there was a lot of Democrats that felt like we live in a red state. It's going to stay red. There's no point in going out and voting. My vote isn't going to really matter because we're still going to go red no matter who. And she held their hands and said, you need to get out and vote. So she has pushed a lot more voters that normally would have sat at home or even avoided the polls altogether or voting for the president anyway. She decided to go ahead and push them to go. They went and voted. And sure enough, even though they thought Georgia was going to be closer to a swing state, they did not predict that we were actually going to go to blue. And one of the things I mentioned this on Twitter, I said, Biden winning the popular vote. I'm not even going to get into the electoral college side of it because that's where Trump's hanging on to. He clearly hands down won the popular vote. But as we know in this country, popular does not mean you win.
Yeah, because this isn't a democracy. It's a shit show.
So
I'm sorry,
the reason Biden got the popular vote, and this is I think going to be a through line that we're going to have a lot through this stream, is that it was not just on the backs of the Democrats. It wasn't that the Democrats came out in droves to push their boy. This was a plenty of Republicans saying Trump is not my Republican. He's not the Republican I stand with.
Come on, Pat. That's just a fucking meme. You don't know anybody. You don't know any actual Republicans who voted red their entire lives,
right?
Who flipped this election. It's a myth.
Yep. Yep. So there was plenty of Republicans that still refer to themselves as Republicans and still feel very Republican in their direction, but they don't like even I don't want to get off on a tangent. They still feel Republican even though they don't think that Trump is the best representative of the conservative right. And so Biden not on his
Are you a Lincoln Project Republican, Pat? You know the Lincoln Project, man.
No.
What? Stop it. Stop it. Now you're just fucking with me. All right, we need to drink more. All right, you're just fucking with me. You do know the Lincoln Project.
Yeah. I love it. I kiss it on the mouth. I brush my teeth with that shit. Oh, I gotta fill up this flagon of Chuckles.
All right.
I brought out the big bottle of Chateau de Kirkland.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. But we got to cover this Lincoln Project thing in just a second. I'm going to go get this and I think roll over the Jaeger card, even though we're out of Jaeger.
Whose fault is that?
It's the last stream's fault.
I don't remember the last stream.
I know either. But apparently it was 4 fucking hours long. Holy shit. I was so hungover the next day. It was bad.
I was so dead. I don't know what. I don't even know what it was. I have a question for the people in the chat. Is there anybody in the chat who considers them at least right leaning when it comes to voting that voted blue this year, even if it was just like a senator or whatever, like that you decided to go, even maybe with a Biden, decided that you wanted to vote Biden over Trump. Is there anybody in the chat that considers them traditionally a right-leaning voter, but it just this was too much for them? Normally, you see every 4 years, you see a political firestorm for about 6 months leading up to the election. Everyone's exhausted by it by the end, and then it goes away. Shortly after they win or lose the election, everyone tends to shut up. This is one of the elections that I've seen just 4 years of civic turmoil, social turmoil because of this. There's the staunch Trump bootlickers. There's the ones that voted for Trump because they're Republican and he was running the Republican, and so over the years, over the last 4 years, they've kind of seen themselves waver over the Trump Republican and struggling with what does that mean for my identity? And you've seen, of course, the libtards who've been won't shut up, about who their president is. It's not my president. See a lot of libtards that can't drop it after they lost, just crying all the way to the next election. Right? You see them right when Trump got elected, you see them on the ground crying and screaming, the wailing and gnashing of teeth, because that's what libtards do, because they're pathetic.
It was about
children.
This long after the last election that we released our video about that topic.
Yeah.
About that topic.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people really understood what we were trying to say in that video.
Well, I don't know. I didn't think we buried the lead, but like people couldn't tell if we were mocking the liberals or we were mocking the conservatives. And yes to both. I think for the most part, it played that video. I think played the way we can show the video. Pull it up. It played the way however you wanted to see it. It could be either way. It was either a Trump supporter mocking.
Since we're not doing videos, when you type poisoning, we've fallen not only behind poisoning pigeons in the park, but also we've fallen behind poisoning the well of Babel.
Nice. Well, hopefully we'll start making videos soon. I don't know. It really depends if we can get past this COVID shit, because it seems to go there. It's waffling back and forth. And
we'll talk about that in just a second too, because there's a reason why we're not in studio. We're going to be in studio tonight.
Potential exposure, but I think we will definitely get into the COVID talk, because I think that was a big source of contention during the debates. And I think it also, there's a lot of people that were asked during some of the polling beforehand if that had any weight in their voting and whether they think Trump did a good job, dealt with the pandemic accordingly. And there was plenty of people that felt like, do you believe Biden will do something to help, reverse the direction that the country is going? So we'll get into all of that in a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to. Okay, well, look. Let me go over some of my liberal agenda.
Right.
Well, first, I want to talk about. I want to show a couple clips from Dave Rubin on election night, because that shit was a lot of fucking fun. It was really funny, and if you missed it, I want you to see Dave Rubin on election night. I want to go through a couple of our favorite commercials, and we watched a bunch. A couple of our favorite political commercials from the campaigns. I want to talk about what's going on over at Parler, because that's certainly okay. And then we've got some video clips, some random video clips we want to show from some of our favorites, like Dennis Prager and Lady MAGA, and we've got, well, you know what? There's a lot. There's Michelle Bachmann. and her take on what's going to happen now. I want to get into Raphael Warnock and Kelly Loeffler.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about politics, but probably not from an angle that would make sense. Probably not from an angle that will make sense. But so anyway, I was just filling them in on my liberal agenda.
Okay. So do you want to show the video that we released 4 years ago around this same time?
Sure. Now, the thing is, this was supposed to be the first in a series because we actually thought, God, 2016 was such a weird time. We thought that Trump,
So young and stupid.
I know, being elected president was going to be great for comedy. It was fucking terrible for comedy. Saturday Night Live, even though I thought they did a pretty good job of poking at him, like they always poke at the president constantly. But for some reason, the Trump presidency has been so dark that I feel like comedy it's just weird. Like we just didn't do any. There was plenty going on. Plenty. He said crazy stuff. Crazy shit happened. It's been a very active 4 years. But it was depressing. So we never did another follow-up to the character because I loved Pat's Trump character.
Yeah, I've written some stuff for that since this election in particular. And maybe we'll get to it. I don't know. It's just
I know.
shooting schedule is crazy.
Yeah, anyway, we are going to do stuff, but we have to admit that we have to focus on the best stuff and do the stuff we really want to. We do have, when we had that meeting about writing the other day, Pat, we do have something almost completely written.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Chris Yossi says pose law president. Yeah, it's like how we're not going to write anything funnier than what Trump actually, which is partially
he killed it.
That was part of what we discussed actually very recently was just some of the stuff that he said. I was like, I don't think I can write better shit.
Yeah, the whole premise of our channel was to get on the other side or to get farther than the people we're making fun of.
Take the person that's already crazy and we try to jump past them to even crazier so they look closer to normal and then we look out of our fucking minds. Trump is a tough guy that's a big hurdle.
It's such a big hurdle. I didn't think it would be so. I thought he would be a little oafish, but no, it was dark. It was dark. So what you're about to see here is, first of all, Pat and I this is as anti-SJW as we get. And the thing is, people will put us in the anti-SJW camp, but if you go back and rewatch our fucking videos, we played soft. And the criticism was usually not where it looked like it was supposed to be.
The pot shots that we took that would land us in the anti-SJW, we had a point to what we were trying to talk about, but we weren't drinking the secret sauce of the anti-SJW.
Don't get me wrong.
They knew we hung out with we hung out with them and we goofed around with them at like VidCon and stuff, and there's plenty of photos to say as much, and it doesn't look good in the long run. But
this video was made right in the deepest part of it.
Yeah.
We were as anti-SJW as we got.
I totally hate them SJWs, bruh.
And the thing is,
it's a beaten up topic now.
Even this, if you look at, I think if you watch our anti-SJW videos when you were an anti-SJW, and I know some of you were, and have evolved on that along with me and recently our buddy Fat Pat. But if you watch it through the lens now, you can see that we weren't. Anyway, here, fucking just watch this shit. I'm going to start it right now, Pat.
All right.
America. Now, if you want me to pause it, Pat, just fucking holler.
Now, the Fox News decision desk has called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
Donald Trump, elected president of the United States.
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton opting out of her own Election Day party, as we've been telling you, leaving her supporters there in shock as she concedes to Donald Trump by picking up the phone and calling him.
And did you notice the concession there, reported by Fox News?
Just like anguish and horror at Donald Trump being undemocratically chosen.
Amid violent scenes in Portland, where several thousand people had taken to the streets, police said many in the crowd tried in vain to get anarchist groups to stop destroying property.
Pat, I just don't think it's a good idea to do another political video right now, man. The internet's lost its mind. People are rioting in the fucking streets and acting like idiots. I think we should just stay clear of this whole situation. Oh, it's not good. Oh, you're so dumb.
Oh, yeah.
You heading down to the riots?
Nope.
Have fun. Tell him I said hey. You pussy.
Yo, turn on Joey Salads. He's the best YouTuber ever. I love him. He's fantastic.
Oh,
tremendous. What?
just forget it.
You going to Canada, you pussy? Sure, Canada is going to build a wall, keep Americans. I'm just kidding. America's fantastic. It's a tremendous country. I love it.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
You are a nasty woman.
What the fuck?
You left a Trump dump in my lap. We'll get it.
Put her in jail. I mean, put it on the grill. Sorry. I didn't. These burgers are gonna be tremendous. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. They're gonna be unbelievable. Believe me.
What the fuck?
I'm building a wall. You can come in, but you gotta bring me papers. I need to know who you are, what you're about. This fine Mexican gentleman building a tremendous wall. He's keeping us safe from his kind.
But AJ's not even Mexican.
I play the music. Do you hear the music? I play the music, make it work faster. You're paying for it. Doing a good job, you rapist. Oh, this is fantastic. This is just what the Donald ordered. This is what I wanted all day. I needed this. I needed time to relax. Thank you so much. Money is on the counter. Hey, come here. Do you see what's happening here?
Everything's gonna be okay.
No, I'm grabbing a pussy. Sack up, come on.
Just fuck this.
No, wait, hold. Don't do that. Don't do that. You still got the safety. There you go. All right, we're not ending the video like that. That's too dark. I'm not doing that. There it is.
First of all, I love that they said they talked about Hillary's. That showed that clip about Hillary's concession phone call.
Yep.
Because people seem to have forgotten that happened.
Yep.
But the whole point of that video was that Trump fans are annoying. Did you get it? Because when we put it out back then,
Well, it was both. It was both.
I guess. Yeah, a little of both. I ended up crying. Because you made me cry. You made me cry.
It poked fun at the both sides. Really, is the way I saw it. Like I really saw that
it was some centrist bullshit.
You're so like Trump bootlickers are so fucking obnoxious because they are in the face of all the Dems.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russia stole the election, exactly. But yeah, basically, it was people were annoying on both sides. Both sides.
Oh, God, you're still gonna centrist it.
It's both sides.
The video, first of all, I was muted. I muted myself so I could go take a Trump dump.
I thought Trump dump was really funny.
So
yeah, I wanted to do more with the.
I haven't seen it, and the anguish was bad.
I wanted to do more with the.
I felt like you do a
fat
good Trump.
The fat Trump impression, but we had other things we'll go to, and I also didn't want just to have like every video be the exact same, where we just one note joke the whole fucking thing. So I didn't want. And then it just started pushing out so far that we stopped doing videos.
You got married, had a baby, some shit happened.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. So anyway, with that,
the thing is, is it really that different now? I mean, Trump
no, the video still holds up.
lost.
We can still play it. You can watch the video again.
I guess, but the thing is, it was during the height of our anti-SJW days, and even then, we were.
Baracus is in the waiting room. If you want to bring Baracus in real quick.
Are you asking me to bring him in? Because I will kick him out. Because I know what he's going to do.
Yeah, he wants to come in and fuck with you. He wants to get on your soy boy ass.
Hold on.
This way they can come in directly and just like call you a soy boy cuckface.
Okay. There you
go. All right, Baracus, you're on.
You're muted.
That's right, he's muted. Like a motherfucker, he's muted.
Or is that me? Do I have to do that? Did I do something? Did I have the settings wrong?
You blacked out my screen.
Did I? Is it Discord that's blacking out the screen?
Yeah.
Wait, I see it.
Huh? Oh, that's good. That's fun.
Hold on.
Well, we tried, everybody.
Hold on. This is why we should have tested it before. Oh, here, let me try that.
Oh.
Okay. Say something, Brockets. You're unmuted. I had you muted. Ah, you son of a bitch.
That dirty son of a bitch.
Oh, he muted himself. Oh,
that's right, he did.
Himself.
All right, Brock, you start talking once you figure out your mic situation. Make sure the Discord has the right mic selected. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Is it me?
I don't buy that it's you.
Okay. Anyway, we'll try this again. Anyway. Oh, and I've made you black. Made you black.
Yes, sir.
Now I don't know how to undo it. There you are. There you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. What is that? There's something people will say where you rewrite the past to a way you think. Like I feel like everybody rewrote the 2016 election to say that Clinton didn't concede. They rewrote it to say that the polls said it was impossible for Donald Trump to win. When actually they gave him a better chance of winning back then than they did now.
And there was also the protesters were holding up signs that were saying this election was rigged.
By PJ.
This was a stolen election. So this is the same mantra we heard 4 years ago. This is just
same playbook.
You know, this is what people feel with the popular vote versus electoral college. And then there was people saying there was Russian influence that moved the needle. What we're hearing from the Trump camp now is that he had that Biden has the Biden group or Biden supporters have stolen a bunch.
God damn it! I figured it out.
There we go. Baracus is here.
It's push to talk. Your shit is set. I can only use this as push to talk. So I'm like, oh,
is that
fuck.
true? Hold on, let me look.
Good. That's how
even
we
though
want it.
the official legal
anyway.
counsel
Let me finish up what I was saying.
I'm sorry. Let you finish.
Is that the belief? That Trump called his shot early when he said, "Oh, mail-in votes are going to lead to fraud because you're going to have a bunch of the Dems out there stealing mail-in ballots and mailing in Biden votes, and it's going to be the biggest fraudulent thing ever." That was the Trump thing, and then Trump started pushing. You need to go in person. You need to go in person. Hence, why on election night we saw a giant Trump boom because all the Trump fans showed up in person to make sure that their vote counted because of the impending fraudulent.
Yeah, the red mirage.
So, right, and so
yes, they voted correctly. I'm just going to go ahead and say that everybody should have stopped counting immediately after everybody.
As soon as I had the lead, just stop counting. Right. So the moment that the mail-in ballot started getting counted, it was all them Dems that were sitting at home and they're being the lazy Dems that they are, and mailing in their vote.
It wasn't a well thought out move, I don't think. But anyway, Brockus, now that we can hear you, and I removed your push to talk.
So yes, but I am not Brockus at the moment. I am Trumpus. You will.
Oh, yes, Trumpus.
You will acknowledge me as such. You goddamn pussy.
Fine, Trumpus. All right, so give me the things. Give me the things. You're the first one we've tried this with, so make it work.
First of all, I would like to point out that I do not have my camera on because I have no camera at the time being. I don't want you to cry. I mean, okay, I'm not crying.
Only people we like to have on camera is us.
Yes. You don't want me on because I'm so goddamn beautiful.
That's right. But our hubris takes point. So,
yes.
All right, you jumped in the waiting room. You have something to say. You got something to point out. Some either factual anomaly or some crucial information that you think needs to add to the conversation. Go for launch.
I just wanted to point out that it is absolutely ridiculous and not true that nobody voted for me. Clearly, everybody did vote for me, and you should have stopped counting at the end of all of that. And I just want to point out also that Sophane has the odyssey to talk trash on me on Twitter. How dare you? How dare you all? Also, seriously, what is up with all the fucking Trump supporters being just a bunch of batshit crazy insane people? Like, seriously, put on a fucking mask!
Fair enough. I feel like towards the end,
the mask thing. What the
you
fuck
faded
is that
in.
About? Anyway.
You faded into some realism.
Bacchus.
Yeah,
Bacchus is a good guy.
Yeah, he's good shit, good to drink with.
It's good people.
Wish we could have had VidCon this year.
Me too. Next year though.
So yeah, the funny thing is all the memes that we saw when Trump won, ripping on the left, can now be recycled, and you just plop a MAGA hat on top of them because they're acting the exact same way. But they're better, right? They're better. They were right on the right.
The thing is, I think that it's once again, Pat, it's our county. It's where we live right now. It's the church that you and I go vote at that caused this whole fucking problem that is going to continue. No matter who's in power, we've got this partisan rift, and I'm not centrisming here, so don't fuck with me. There's this partisan rift that was created by a monster that this county, that our voting church put into power.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically point back to the Bill Clinton presidency and the leader of the House, Newt Gingrich, who started this like refusing to work with the president that was in power. Like before that, there was like a gentleman's agreement that we had where like, hey, we'll be cool. Like you got elected president.
Right. The way the pyramid is bricked is when you get a place as a top brick in the pyramid that you accept that you have to help hold the top part of the pyramid.
Yeah, like,
and if you refuse to help hold the top part of the pyramid, then the pyramid starts to crumble. And that's what happens. Everything builds towards a center location, into Congress and the three branches, and the top would be a president. And if Newt was the Speaker of the House, decides he don't want to work with no goddamn Dem, and refuses to uphold the top part of the pyramid, then he's really fucking up the way it works.
That started it. And I blame Newt Gingrich. I think it's fair. And he comes from right here. He's our boy. We put him in the fucking house. And the thing is, that same voting district this year went 60% Biden. We went 60%.
The population boom in Atlanta over the last several years since the recession.
Atlanta is pushing out past the perimeter.
Well,
Atlanta has always been a blue island in a Red Sea, is how we've always referred to it. The blue island in a Red Sea.
The thing is, when the people, first off, when the housing market crash happened in 2008, Atlanta got hit really, really hard. And I think people, carpetbaggers, maybe, came down, found cheaper property and had the jobs to warrant being down here. And since then, with that boom, they've gotten older, they've gotten married, they started having kids, they moved out to the suburbs. So you're starting to see the people that were living in the high rises and the young professionals that all gravitated towards Atlanta, especially when Atlanta became the new Hollywood. You saw this growth of the Atlanta residents, and you saw a lot of the Californians coming into Atlanta. They're all now pushing out to the suburbs and staking their claim. And I do feel there's still plenty of people that lived out there that are kind of waffling on what they thought was a tried and true belief in this particular system. And that has changed. Their trust in it has shifted. The distrust in media has grown exponentially.
I wonder why that could be.
Well, it's as the growth of social media. It seems to parallel because somebody with a blog that says what you want to hear.
The fifth estate is what you're trying to.
That suddenly now the anti-vaxxing community starts to grow because some crunchy mom and Jenny McCarthy, Playmate, decides that vaccines are bad and cause autism in kids, then let's stop listening to science and to if the mainstream media is pushing their agenda that science is accurate, that I'd rather listen to this crunchy granola mom's blog instead. And now that has traction to me. Well, it starts there, my man. But it works in every avenue and in politics, and also with Trump saying everything's fake news. Fake news. If it's anything against me, it's fake news. And then that starts to push through social media as well. So I think the distrust in mainstream media has faltered in the growth of social media, because now there's more players in the game, that more white noise that can kind of muddy the waters. And all of your we call all the people that watch mainstream media normies, right? These are the ones that are, just plug into the system and absorb what is being told to them directly. Yet the people that think that they are the stiff upper lip sophisticates that listen to people like Tim Pool think that somehow they are sidestepping the bullshit cloud of crap that's being fed to them through the mainstream media, and that they are getting the good shit, the real heavily researched shit. Yet you got people like Jeremy, who's talking out his fucking ass, the quartering. You got Tim Pool, who used to be a well-researched guy, who's spending too much time being Tim Pool than doing any of the research. And honestly, when they are getting their information, do you know where they're gathering it from?
Tim Pool?
Mainstream media sources. They didn't make this shit up. They weren't standing on the front lines learning this shit.
That's all Tim Pool does now.
They're just filtering it through. They're just filtering it through the way you want to hear it.
He cut his teeth with Vice, who he really
had a horrible
demonizes now, and but his work on Occupy as a journalist is what allowed him to get the position he has now, to get these subscribers. I still have Brockus in here.
Yeah.
Brockus, you have anything you want to add? Or you're being thrown to the waiting room?
Okay. So first of all, the Quartering and Tim Pool and people of the like are probably the most disappointing fucking human beings on YouTube that keep just spouting out of their ass a bunch of nonsensical bullshit. And it's honestly just tiring. It's extremely fucking tiring to basically originally think, they had some pretty good points in the beginning, and then I don't know what fucking happened. They just kowtowed to their audience or something, or they kowtowed to a small percentage of their audience, whatever the fuck happened. They basically just became a bunch of crybabies who bitch about the dumbest shit. We get it, Jeremy. You don't fucking like Captain Marvel. Move on, please.
I think he loves Captain Marvel.
Oh my God, he put out a fucking video about Brie Larson this week because he was upset because
you're not wrong, Brockus. I think that happens in every form, is that you suddenly get the clout because you earned it, because you did the legwork. You had some journalistic integrity. The problem is, like Rush Limbaugh literally did that when the internet was first starting. He would listen to the platforms and the billboard, anybody that was talking about it, chat groups,
I agree with Cajun
websites. And what would happen is he would start listening to what the people wanted to hear, and then Rush Limbaugh would start writing that down and filtering it in. Once Rush Limbaugh started being the voice of the people, hello friends, and that shit, he stopped needing to pay attention to what people were saying anymore, because he could just fart an idea at his followers and they would just eat it up and move on, like blind troglodytes. The Tim Pool is no more different. He's no different than Rush Limbaugh. He's the same of the same breed. He started off really smart, really paying attention to one particular subject and really pushing it. Then people start asking him about a bunch of other subjects. There's no way, if you look at this, first off, how many, like the Quartering, Jeremy as well, puts out so many videos. There's no way he has that level of information in his big, huge, smooth brain box. He is definitely doing none of the background research. He doesn't have time to do the research because he's putting out so many goddamn videos between the editing and recording.
4 a day.
There's Yeah, he literally asks in the morning what people want to see a video about. Then he just reads the headline on a couple things, fires off a bunch of shots into the air, and then moves on. Runs to the bank
the thing is, you said
what he got. But Tim Pool does the same thing where there's like when Tim Pool first showed up on like Joe Rogan stuff, he had some well thought out avenues, and he really didn't stake his flag anywhere that he knew that he couldn't slip out of. He kind of left himself in some big, very open, safe places.
Interest.
And so, but as Tim Pool has gone on, he's not as well researched. He's not putting in the time.
No,
whether you disagree with him or agree with him, he at least had a research background on whatever the subject was.
Always sucked.
But
the thing that made him famous was when he was out in the people holding a fucking camera and baiting.
We got Christiosity looking for Discord. Go look up Discord, look for Poisoning the Well, and you can jump in the waiting room.
The link's in the description.
Yeah, link should be in the description. So you can get in the waiting room and you can come in and make some shit.
I'm going to
throw you back to the waiting room.
I'm going to attempt that. But we love you, brother.
That's completely
fine.
But
thank you for your input.
And
I
we'll
agree.
miss you. And we'll see you hopefully this summer.
I hope we make it back out that way.
What?
Dude, you have no idea how much I have been waiting for like fucking all of this bullshit to just blow over so we can actually go and gather again, so I can continue to try to convince the two of you just to come out to fucking SoCal for a little bit and just hang out and drink and all that shit. Maybe even come out to a VidCon again. I'll try my best to actually get out there. I ain't buying a fucking ticket, but I will get hammered with you guys again.
You know that we spend one of the best time.
We'll meet you at a bar that night regardless. So
all right,
fuck yeah.
We hang out at bars outside of it most of the day.
Yeah, you find us basically outside of it anyway.
Yeah,
we're just in a close proximity.
You want to
to
fucking meet us? You meet us at the bar outside.
All right, Christiosity
anyway,
is in the waiting room. Throw Baracus back in the waiting room, and we will grab Christiosity. There's Christiosity, everyone.
Did I do it?
Boo hiss.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Good. How have you been?
All right. I've been drinking. You?
I've been drinking.
Buddy.
I've been drinking for about a week now.
I'm going to take a shot while Chrissy lets Pat have it about that statement he just made.
That's right.
Okay.
I already know. I don't even need to hear it. I'm going to go pour a shot. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. So Tim Pool went all the way back to oh my God, his left wing, I guess you would call it his left wing days, right?
Right.
When he was doing, like Sophane said, he was out, he was around people, and he kind of became a little bit of a voice of what was going on in, I'm blanking on the name. Shit. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Occupy.
The Occupy
right?
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Because like everybody
that was when
out
I
there.
first started. That's when I started catching on that he was somebody I should be listening to. Yeah.
Right. Because nobody knew where the fuck Occupy came from or who was doing what or what the fuck was going on. Like all of a sudden the news media, this 24-hour news media, had these people squatting on Wall Street, and they were like, who the fuck are these people? Right. And Tim Pool was there with a camera at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters.
But he's dumb. He's really dumb. My God.
I think he's gotten worse because his hubris has grown exponentially over the last few years. And
he's forgotten that he is at his heart a guy who watches Marvel movies and knows a lot more about skateboarding and Spider-Man than he does about fucking global politics.
It's true.
But I think people, because he speaks like a computer, people believe that denotes intelligence. It's kind of how a lot of Americans, immediately we hear a British accent, we fall in love with you. I think Sargon is a great, Sargon is a great case of that.
My best friend.
That we, yes, your best friends with Sargon. That we assume that because you speak a certain way or use the Queen's English, that you must be just denotes intelligence. Therefore, you should be listened to and followed. But I have heard nothing but unresearched crap falling out of Tim Pool's ass for quite some time. And the fact that he has started to pat himself on the back pretty regularly.
He does a lot. I mean, we do too. So let's not fire shots too hard.
Yeah,
like,
but it's funny right now.
As hard as anyone on YouTube.
It's funny right now because we have literally we're in no place to say anything.
I agree that where he has gone wrong is in his estimation of his own abilities and talent. Because I do think he had a certain amount of humility before. Like when I remember him going to research the no-go zones in Sweden or whatever, and he was kind of like, yeah, this is weird. I'm going everywhere I want to.
Yeah,
and that's
that
happening.
was actually a really funny thing. I really like when he went to research the no-go zones.
Well, explain that to anybody that's listening and doesn't know what you're referring to.
All right, so there was this rumor that there were these Muslim-only Sharia law no-go zones in Sweden, of all places. Right, there were these neighborhoods.
As we know, that's Sweden, the most Muslim of all.
Socialism is inherently Muslim.
So he went there to actually go and look in there, and he went to people's apartments and he wandered around on the streets for a while. And what he found was, occasionally he would run into somebody who was wearing a hijab or something, but there was nothing going on. There was no crimes. There was no rape, people being raped off the streets or people being beaten. You didn't have to pray 5 times a day to Mecca. None of that shit that,
so anticlimactic. It was so anticlimactic. He tried though.
He did. That's legwork, right?
Yes.
That's more journalism integrity than he has now.
It is a lot more because nowadays he would never get on the plane to Sweden. He would just report that this was totally happening.
Yeah, he just
and then he would say, "I need $1 million to start a website I already own."
Oh my God! Don't start that.
I can't help it.
I
get really triggered when I feel like there's just someone raping their fandom for money.
But speaking of which, the link to donate's in the description.
Well, we also don't charge for Patreon right now because
I know we haven't charged for Patreon in 4 months.
Yeah, so it's really cheap to be a patron right now.
Yeah, actually, you get lots of street cred for being a patron, and we don't charge you
because we don't make videos, so no one will know.
It's fine. But the thing is, I feel like we could go through a Woz-Lee. When we do release a video, it could be a Woz-Lee type experience.
Woz-Lee joint?
No, where Woz, built up his channel based on
Sargon's
the
shout
out of my best friend. Yes.
Yeah.
And
are you saying that just to piss Chris Yossi off? Are you just poking?
No, she saw it.
She thought that
I've already had this conversation with him.
She was with us in Milwaukee, dude.
I literally sat there and said, "Now, Sophane, we don't hug the fascists." That is a literal phrase that has come out of my mouth. We don't hug the fash.
But if you go if you come at me with arms out, I'm hugging you, bro.
But hey, didn't Obama hug Kim Jong Il or Un or something?
I don't know.
Wasn't he all huggy?
Did he? I
don't remember. I'm getting that wrong.
No, I think what he did was he bent at the middle. Remember that?
Oh well, yeah. He didn't want to rub junk because then you're in love. Yeah, but we spent the entire time in Milwaukee actually hanging out with Chris Yossi, Music Man Mike and stuff.
Yeah,
Music Man Mike I miss the guy.
I do too.
He's a really fucking funny guy.
Oh, he added me on Facebook.
Milwaukee, and look, the thing is, I spend a lot of my time on Twitter giving fucking Mythicist Milwaukee the fucking business because they let Brian take over their social media, and I think they're all complicit for the bullshit Brian posts. I like them all as like people I got drunk around. But the thing is, like, I'm sorry, phone. The thing is that I forget my point, Pat.
You were apologizing.
This is Milwaukee. You
Oh.
were apologetic.
I was, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. This is
Well,
what
like
happened last stream, Pat.
when we hung out, when we hung out with Chris Yossi in Milwaukee for the Mythicist Milwaukee meetup, we'd heard a lot about it the year prior, where everyone, all the whiny SJWs were yelling about what a right wing conference this was. This is just a powwow of right wingers, and
CPAC for YouTube.
And we went the following year, where I think Greg and June were kind of pushing more away from because a lot had shifted. That's when you had like Warski going full blown Nazi in public, and so everything was kind of moving away from that. And so we went, and Chris Yossi was there, music, like they did try their best, I guess.
You're forgetting fucking Vadim.
Vadim, yeah.
Got
Vadim
memed the
was there.
most. He got memed the most.
Yes, he was definitely hit a lot. So we went when we were like, okay, I see what they're striving for. Maybe it's just that the left refuses to go. And then we got there, and we were kind of more seeing like the centrists, just the goofballs. No one really gave a shit. You were, I think, more vocal about being a leftist at that point than I think anybody realized beforehand. And then the following year, when we went to Minds IRL, we started realizing
Chrissy's always been.
No, you soy boy.
Oh.
No, but when we went to the Minds IRL style, and Tim started being the main partner.
Mm-hmm. I don't
all
know
of
if
a
you
sudden
guys know that, but Tim is a managing partner in Minds IRL.
Right, where all of a sudden we started seeing that it was getting, and we saw some of the cracks when we were there with Chris Yossi. We saw, when even when Sargon got up there and just started like puppet punching, what's his nuts? Shit, it was just.
Oh God, yeah, the redheaded guy.
We started chatting with him.
Right I talked with after the big atheist dude. Help me, Chrissy, who debated Sargon.
Oh, fucking Richard Carrier.
Richard Carrier.
Yeah, Carrier. I was like,
he was already a problematic person in the atheist community.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But basically, Sargon just held him up as a full-blown SJW straw man, so he could just punch him in front of his
Actually,
fans.
I thought he did a really good job with Sargon because if you just give Sargon enough lead,
Sargon just hung himself, and I think everyone saw that for 2 hours. And
it was awful.
Even Sargon's boy,
I took
Armored
a crazy
Skeptic, walked
shit
out
in
the bathroom for June's bathroom. June and
Greg's dressing room. They had their own little bathroom, and man, fucking, I had. Yeah,
well, it wasn't their bathroom. It was just there was two sides, and like I think
theirs.
June and Greg and what's her nuts.
It was nothing they commented. Anyway, the point. What was our point? Why did we bring Chrissy?
We were talking about Tim Pool. We were talking about Tim Pool.
We were talking about Tim Pool.
And that Minds IRL was clearly much more of a right-leaning rally than it was anything else. And then it was like
shift to like to a discussion that they're having in the chat just for a second.
Yes, of
Sure.
course.
Let's go.
Yes.
All
Hey, we're not going to ignore the chat.
All right. So, and it's something that they're hitting upon about talking about the Kurds. And what I want to talk about very briefly,
those Kurds, damn it.
That Trump did not do well with the military vote.
He did
this
not.
year.
He did not.
He did not. And I don't think it's because the military has suddenly become not conservative.
Socialist is what you mean.
I don't think that they've suddenly become socialist. I think that the military is still, it's a big group of people and there's a lot of different people in it. And to like just say that the military is conservative is like saying Georgia is conservative. It's not entirely true, right? there's a lot that gets missed if you just say that. But it's more conservative than other groups.
Like
and I
Georgia.
don't think that has changed. But I think that the military was fucking pissed about what Trump did to the Kurds.
He was.
And
It was. Look, I come from a military family.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
I-
my family did not like that, except for my father and my brother-in-law, who just can't hear anything negative. He anything he says is fine. So, but my sister and my mom,
All right.
they got it.
Well, Chris, do you have any parting wisdom that you would like to bestow before we move
Before we
on?
go into something else.
Like, don't fucking listen to Tim Pool about goddamn anything.
Fair enough.
You can read your own headline.
Well, I'm saying, honestly, even if you listen to Tim Pool, if he will at least cite the sources, you can then go read the shit that he read, and you might get a completely different outcome because you might have actually read the whole thing. And that's the biggest.
Oh, can I tell you one thing about when I was over there? There's a couple of stories from Mrs. Milwaukee. I don't know if you want to hear either of them. One was about Hunter Avalone, though.
Hunter was such a puss. And the thing is, I love Hunter now.
All right, let her tell the story.
Tell the story.
Stop mansplaining on her. Big jackass.
So, Hunter Avalone. Like, does anybody know who the Messianic Manic is?
Yes. Oh, God, I'm not going to say.
He is, okay. He's a guy.
Because I met him in a room. I think you brought me to that room where he was.
Yeah. Because I was
Stairs,
hanging out with
drinking
him a lot.
He's a very cool guy.
He really is. He's a very cool guy. I think he's just TMM. And
Yes.
if you want to see somebody who still does sort of old school atheist takedowns of,
Yeah, his videos are still the same, and I love them.
they've gotten a little bit different.
They got a little different.
He is a leftist, and now he's doing more things about like Ben Shapiro's bullshit and stuff like that, or whatever. But anyway, so he and I were hanging out a lot during that weekend, and we went and we sat down in the front where the YouTubers, where the people who were going to be, in some way up on the
Across
stage.
the velvet rope, yes.
Yeah.
I remember the section.
So we were sitting in this section, right? And Hunter Avalone just comes and just sits down next to us. And he goes, "Hi." And we're like, "Hi." Because at this point, like, it's like having someone who at that point was very Christian, was very right, had all these things. And we're just like looking at him like, "Oh, hey.
Are you going to shoot us, or what are you going to do?"
So we didn't say anything. And then he was looking over at like Shoe on Head and stuff. And he looks and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go sit with the YouTubers now."
Ouch.
And we were like, and we just went like, "Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, go. Hey."
Hunter.
That's back when I was friends with Greg and Jen.
Yeah, we were sitting like a row back from you fucking guys because we didn't get to sit on the other side of the rope because we're not YouTubers.
No, we did. We sat on the other side of the rope. We didn't realize that we didn't know we were crossing a boundary.
We weren't.
But we had the credentials to allow us over there. I didn't realize that if you didn't have the credentials, you couldn't walk past, because we ended up sitting on the other side. Because during the panel with Chris Yossi and Music Man Mike kept like posturing towards Fane.
We were
Fane
I
just
was his
eating
whole
it
crowd,
up.
dude.
Well, we've been drinking a lot. At that
And
point.
I was
we got some,
buddy.
we took you guys out for drinks beforehand. So like he starts just like playing to Fane because Fane was just loving the silly shit that Mike was doing.
Yep.
And that I didn't realize until after the conference over that those velvet ropes actually were a divider line. That I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
we did have the credentials. We had the credentials.
We did. But I didn't know that we shouldn't have been there.
We probably
So,
should.
I was up on stage and I did my whole spiel and I talked about intersectionality.
You did a very good job.
I explained everything about it. Like I said, this is where it comes from. This is who came up with this phrase. This is why she came up with it. This was what she was talking about, right? Like the whole thing. And I went through everything. And I completely just talked over everybody else that was there and didn't fucking care because they were just going to say bullshit. So I just this is my thing. We're going to talk about You want me to talk about intersectionality? This is me talking about intersectionality. I'm going to explain it to you. And later on that night, Hunter Avalone came and tracked me down to shake my hand and say, thank you so much for coming here. Nobody has ever explained what intersectionality is to me before.
Hunter. You know, I like Hunter. The more stories I hear about him, the more I like the kid.
And like that he had come all this way after that. And I think I was with TMM. Or either that or I had I think I was with him when he did this. And he
This
was
is the
like
after party, right?
This is the after party.
Yeah.
And he's going.
That's when we went up there and drank with Vadim and them for like a hot minute.
Yeah. You
right.
didn't bring us drinks. That was the whole
No,
point
no.
of inviting you up.
Yeah, that was you don't realize who we are. Because I do remember I had a standoff with TMM when he was I said that the dress he was wearing was not his color.
No, that's not TMM. That's Mike.
Mike, I meant. I thought Music Man Mike, Music Man Mike
went up to the room from the after party.
Oh, the Manic Mechanic. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying now. I meant the Music Man Mike. I squared off with Mike because he was wearing a horrible skirt. It was a maxi skirt, and it was so not his color. And I was like, this is garbage. I get what you're doing, but it's like at least go with what your strong suit is.
He was trolling.
I know.
But he went on that stage.
It's great.
Because like he's able. He's funny because like people will come in and say like, "Oh, Music Man Mike, he sucks a cock and he doesn't get laid," and I sit there and laugh my ass off because I know that he is a 6'4" guitar playing guy who is really confident.
He's very confident.
You think he's not slaying poon?
Like, are you kidding me? Like, really? You guys?
He does fine.
He does fine. He does all right.
He'll be okay.
He's going to be
okay.
okay. Trust me, I've seen him in a social environment. Music Man Mike, he does fine.
All right.
If he wants,
like it's hard to overcome Pat and I at a party. Like we take over a party.
Quite loud.
What loudly? But Mike can turn it up a notch. I found myself yelling louder because of Mike.
Yeah, Mike is just yeah, baby.
I love it. He likes to party,
and I'm for the party. Like he doesn't talk to me anymore because he has a new girlfriend and she doesn't like me. But it's been a while.
Being so fresh.
You know how it. You know how it is. You know how it is.
I do know how it is. I do know how it is.
All right.
But all right.
Well, thank you so much, Chris House, for coming in
Chrissy,
and
we love you.
Dunking on Tim Pool as we like to do here.
But anyway, we're gonna move on.
Move on. I'm gonna read some chats real quick so it catches up real fast.
Okay. Let's see.
K Dirt donated $10. Says, glad to see you two degenerates back streaming again. Take my money. And are you guys gonna make another non-stream video again? I don't know.
Yes.
The plan is yes. We actually have been talking about it a lot recently and trying to work on some shit. Patrick White. Who White donates $2, says, does Pat regret supporting Trump in 2016? Ben, you want to take that one?
Pat did not support Trump in 2016. What he actually did was he didn't vote in 2016
well,
for the presidency.
Wrote in.
He wrote, who'd you write? Oh, you wrote in
my boy
Bloody Novus
Andrew WK. He is a part of the
from
party.
The party.
Yep. Skeptical Fighter Jet donates $5. Says Trump's lawyer. Oh no. Trump's lawyer were on the video defending that giving toothbrushes soap and turning off lights and decent blankets were not human rights. Clearly. after separating them from their parents and losing them. That's, by the way, there's like 500 and something plus misplaced kids. You just place. I don't know where we put them.
It's fine.
Overhead compartments.
It's fine.
You'll find them in the attic later.
Number. It's a fair enough low number.
Yeah, you put them up in the attic, feed them fish heads for a while, and then you
kids
forget
come up
there.
missing sometimes.
You ever seen people under the stairs? The guy was an evil mess. That's very true. See a kid screaming for their parents, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, they're out now." Who's your buddy? Donates $10.
You are,
buddy. Really digging the new look of the show. Thanks to the handsome young man who made the new graphics, whoever he may be. That's me.
Shut the fuck up.
I thought graphics just meant the handsomest person that you can focus on.
No.
Keep clubbing.
Baby seals.
Donates $5. Says, cold take. The term normies is one of the dumbest insults. Using that term unironically is top tier cringe and pure idiocy.
Yep. And
it is
Pat
nearly impossible to divorce yourself. That's fine. Entirely from the mainstream media and remain informed. Well, that was the point in which I was making. I guess I used the term normie, then he dunked on me, and then I came back around to saying the exact same shit. Because that was what my point was, is that referring to someone that watches mainstream media and saying that they're normies because you watch a YouTuber filter the mainstream media to your ears doesn't make you. It just means you're catching up a lot more bullshit being filtered in. Yeah. So that was the point. I think we agreed because we do agree. But Skeptical Fighter Jack's been sitting in the waiting room quite some time. So Skeptical, Skeptic Fighter Jack, if you are actually still listening, you are still sitting in our waiting room. So you can jump in real quick if you have something to talk about.
No, I'll put him in.
Some
and
correction.
Then we're gonna do some other stuff.
Need be no,
hold on.
He's out.
What? Oh, wait, hold on. Get your ass back in here. I said get in here.
You're in here now, Skeptic.
Am I in here?
You're in here.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're not going to talk about that team that can't even tank properly for Trevor Lawrence. But what we are going to talk about how no lead is sacred in Georgia, right? Right, Sophane?
No lead is sacred in Georgia. That's been a truth since Super Bowl lie. The Super Bowl that never happened, but
that's why I call it the lie
and says it did.
Yep, we all skipped that year.
This was
no, we all didn't. We all
did. No, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Nobody live streamed from halftime.
It clearly did.
Nobody live streamed clearly did and celebrated early.
New England Patriots clearly have that trophy in their mantle. Unlike the Atlanta Falcons, who have no trophies. But anyway,
100% of the time, that trophy says lie on it. It says Super Bowl lie on it, and you fucking know it does.
Oh, so salty. Anyway, let's get to some real shit with the election. And let's bring up, I know y'all brought up the fact that every side engages in this, like, oh, the other side cheated bullshit narrative.
Right.
And that's true.
It's true.
However, we've never had a motherfucking president give credence to such crap and egg on his base
to
a level that there are now the debates now.
He set up the tone before.
He's been setting it up for months before the election.
For months he was setting this up.
Absolutely.
And then even in the debates where he told him to stand back or be ready or stand ready or whatever, I'm like, what the?
Stand back and stand by. That was a marching order.
I was like, what?
And that was to a specific group called the Poor
As someone who may or may not be in the military, that was absolutely a marching order.
It was absolutely a marching order, and it was to the Proud Boys who just this week came
out and said, I'm so tired of not saying that I'm actually a Nazi. Yes.
Yes! I love it when I'm right.
Look, Sophane, I might be the second person to appear on your show to say this, but your Twitter is amazing.
Yeah, even if you hate Fane, it's worth getting the popcorn and sitting back and watching the fireworks. Good God.
My Twitter is awful. Dude,
I do
Or
like.
it could
I
be
do
because
like
he's right a lot.
You know what? In Bad Bunny,
he's very right for a leftist.
Last week, Bad Bunny did a live stream, and I was in there, and I happened to be in the chat, and she called me out, and she was like, "So, Fane, I just want to say," she's like, "Your Twitter is awesome, and what makes it awesome is all of your Twitter followers." She's like, "When I retweet you, I get some of the funniest shit because it's not just dunking on people. It's the people like my Twitter group is really cool. The group of people I have, they're smart, they're fucking funny, and they will straight up dunk on people. And I love that she called that out. I need to go cut that out of her live stream so I can show that
add it to your
fucking
jerk off reel.
endorsement. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just like Hannibal Amonte said, I'm one of the good ones.
You are well. That I think what we were stretching for is we want at some point the other states.
Stretching, are you bringing up Fane's bowling pin?
We want to look at. We want Georgia to be referred to as one of the good ones. Like we know you're conservative state, but
we're in the South.
We are.
But
I mean, my
the good
state
ones.
sucks a little bit more because we just added language in our constitution that says there's no protection for abortions. But
Oh wait, what state are you from?
Georgia isn't far off.
What do you think I'm from? As much Falcons hate as I give y'all, what state do you think I'm from, Fane?
I think you're from fucking Louisiana.
Yeah, obviously.
He's a Taints fan.
Hey, got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, remember when your dome got flooded because y'all decided to build a state below sea level?
Yes, I do. And then we rebuilt it
like
and
that,
whooped the
just like
Falcons'
Elvis.
ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
that Superdome doesn't look so
not
super.
the state, just the city.
No,
that
it was
makes
renovated.
the state.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and
shit,
then the city
Johnny, I'm sorry.
that provides all the fucking economic growth for the state.
Yeah, that's right. Because that wasn't originally in the state. That had to be built. I'm sorry, Johnny. Oh, yes, we can go outside.
But hey, at least
Johnny has something
when
hanging on his
Katrina
butt
showed
fur
up,
and I
it made it
pulled
smell better.
I mean, look, I'm in the National Guard. I was in New Orleans after Katrina. There were a lot of nasty fucking fridges left outside afterwards. So it did not smell the fucking greatest.
No, it did
Shots. Somebody called shots. So I'm pouring one and I'm drinking it.
Are
we drinking one right now?
I'm drinking a
You're
Chateau
drinking wine
de
like a
Kirkland.
little lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the
well,
big
I
bottle.
don't feel so as I have beer because
Anyway,
I've been drinking beer. I've been drinking beer all day, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should be a sophisticate.
Well, I was drinking beer too, watching a team win on Sunday. I know
You
it's
son of
foreign
a
concept
bitch.
for y'all.
You did what? No, look. I'm a Steelers
Look.
fan.
Oh, I like
I
how
live in
Fane-
Atlanta.
Wait,
and I'm
hold
therefore a
on.
Falcons
He
fan.
jumps to Steelers whenever
Hold on.
it's convenient.
Fane,
Yeah.
didn't you grow up in Louisiana?
No.
Terrytown?
No. I grew up in Northwest Florida. I moved to Terrytown to become a drug trafficker and host parties.
That makes sense.
And host parties at 909 Lafayette, as well as the State Palace Theater on Canal Street.
Okay. All right.
Okay? If you know what
Okay.
time 909 Lafayette and Canal Street and the State Palace Theater should give you a time frame of when that was.
Yes. Yes.
That was
That's
when we
how
could
old
just
you
take a big fucking tank of fucking laughing gas and roll
Yeah.
it up in front of down the street. We put on a skateboard and you could just fucking
But-
skate it down the street and sell balloons for $5 a fucking pop. Make a
They still
killing.
do that shit.
All you
No, they
had
still
to
do that shit. Nick-
all you had to do was
Nick
rob
literally-
one dentist office.
Yeah, but Nick literally
Make
even mentioned that
thousands.
he was in like New Orleans not too long ago, and he literally ended up just with a balloon. Like that hasn't stopped.
New Orleans is awesome. The bridge
Yes,
police.
but all
suck.
that, and you're a fucking Falcons fan.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck the Saints. I mean, fuck that town is what I'm saying. You know, as soon as you drive through Chalmette.
Hey, I have Drew
Like, there's a
Brees on my fantasy
cloud over
team.
that
If it makes you
town.
feel any better, but Drew Brees kind of fucked me up today.
I mean, he's 41 years old. Those ribs are gonna get dinged up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, no,
But
I'm still gonna win.
Me and Milton
James
both Steelers
Winston.
fans. Chat.
He didn't give me the points I needed.
All right. Anyway, I have to go take Johnny out.
And that's what made you miss my super chat earlier. But go ahead, take your dog out to the
No, that was
piss.
Pat missing your super. Oh wait, you
never-
had a super
No,
chat.
Pat read my super chat.
What was
you
it?
did
You weren't here
not.
for it.
What
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah.
What did
I
you say?
said
Something
was
about
going to
awesome
donate
about me.
$10 each for whatever was higher the next time y'all streamed. Falcons win or fourth quarter lead blown. Luckily, y'all only stream once every 2 months, so y'all can take a hit. Take it either way. So
right,
fuck you.
I'm going to take Johnny outside now.
So I don't know.
You go do that.
Look, he just.
This happens to be.
Shitting in my cereal the whole time. All right.
But no. So if I got one last thing about Christiosity and the whole military votes.
Okay.
The reason why, and this is just completely anecdotal for my units.
You gotta come on here and talk about your unit.
Yes, always willing to talk about my unit with you, Fat Pat.
All right.
All right. So it's younger. Don't ask, don't tell is not a thing anymore.
Right.
So you see more LGBTQ people joining. You see more minorities joining. So that's thinning us whites, and it's going a little bit more Democrat. That's just what I see in my unit. The younger group.
So
is going
you're not.
Democrat.
What you're saying is that when she was saying that they're less, the approval rating for Trump didn't get wavered through the military as much as the people that are joining the military were not going to be Trump supporters to begin with.
I think so. I really think. I mean, I think he accelerated it through his actions.
Yeah.
But I think
how do you personally
those
feel
people,
about over the last 4 years? How do you personally feel about how Trump has handled himself?
disgustingly. Like it's a stain that I had to call him commander in chief for 4 years.
The frustrating part I've had, there was, I guess he was trying to do like a Reagan thing where there was the, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And I think what a lot of people look at is when they're asked that question, they look at a financial standing. They look at like, well, I'm more financially sound now, so I guess I'm better off. The problem is my issue with, like, though I am a conservative, I did not like the way the Trump Conservative Party was, because they brought more of this. They fluffed. Fane, we're getting into this the social versus the.
Johnny moved out.
Okay. Fane, we're getting to the part where we were kind of discussed the other day, is the difference between the economical stance versus the social stance. On the are you better
conservative?
Are you better now than you were 4 years ago?
Right.
And we were discussing this the other day, and I said, that the first thing everyone says is that they economically, I have more money in the bank than I did 4 years ago. And that you shouldn't identify. You shouldn't identify yourself as your bank account. That's a tough stance. But if I were going to say socially, no, we're way worse. We've been in quarantine for 5 months. We were supposed to be back at church by Easter, right?
Yeah.
And now church
we're supposed
is
to
driving
miraculously
these numbers up.
disappear.
So so these deadlines have come and gone that Trump has said. So, and honestly, even financially, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily better. My taxes went up. We had to re-go through our taxes a couple different times this last year in particular.
Same.
That we normally get a tax return, and this past year it was more like just try not to have to pay anymore on taxes. So,
but I don't know, y'all being in a newly blue state, I don't know if y'all see the same memes as I do, but conservatives are taken to posting a date card next to the gas price and saying like, oh, just posting this so I can go back on my timeline on Facebook, which they've all gone to Parler. But anyway, going back so I can see what the gas price is going to be in 4 years. But the
Dude,
thing
you remember
is, like,
George W. The gas prices were the
like
highest
was
they've ever
fucking
been.
yeah. Like
It was. I had a Silverado. The pump would literally shut me off at first off at $75, and then it started shutting me off at $100, and I still wasn't full yet. And I'm like, the fact that I couldn't fill up my truck, and they were like, you can't have any more gas. I don't care.
Yeah,
if you
there
have
was a
money.
picture. There was a picture of the empty full tank on your car, and underneath was your wallet. So it went as the fuller your tank got, the more empty your wallet got. It was so bad.
It's a fair trade. It's a fair trade.
It's a fair trade for a dying industry. Look, technology.
I was
wait,
a drug
stop.
trafficker at the time.
Go
And
go
so,
on. Fighter Jet, you're a guest. You talk over Fame, please.
Yes. Look, technology takes businesses out all the time, all throughout history.
It does.
And look, oil and gas workers, you know what? You had a good run, but eventually we're going to have to stop that shit.
Yeah, remember,
the more you pull it out, the more you put it off, the shittier it's going to be.
Start training
for the
yourself
rest
in
of us.
green fucking energy jobs. Learn how to fucking
Well,
install
I mean,
a
right.
fucking,
if you look at, if you
fucking-
just look at all of the, Tesla aside, you look at all the companies that are now coming out with. I mean, it started with the hybrid cars, and then it started going with the all electric cars, and then Tesla really pushed that envelope where every car manufacturer, if they did not have an all electric version, of something to provide. And this past year, the truck market is now being attacked, which the American truck market, God damn it, we got a V8 engine. Woo!
Yeah.
And then you see GMC re-releasing the Hummer brand with one of the best vehicles for off-roading, torque, horsepower. It's the new GMC Hummer is amazing. The electric Hummer that came out.
Hey,
the
so
Hummer
you saw the video.
It can be done if you put their feet to the fire.
What you're saying is you saw the video.
Because I want it. No, I saw it when
All
they
right.
announced.
So you saw the actual truck.
Yeah, I've seen reviews on it. I think, yeah.
Hold on, Pat, because there's something you may have missed.
I must have.
You must have. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull this over to the Cybertruck ad or to the
looking
Hummer
at the
ad.
video.
Let Skeptic finish what he was saying. So
Okay,
what
I'm
you're
sorry.
saying is
Go ahead.
that the petroleum industry is going to start really dwindling down to the bare essentials.
Yeah. And we got to move forward. And guess what? People are going to lose jobs. People are going to get new jobs.
The engine is definitely
Yes.
going the way of the
Learn how to
dinosaur.
install a solar panel.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And then you're getting money from the electric companies because you're giving back to the grid.
Yeah, with those Tesla tiles that people are putting
There's
in their
other
houses,
jobs.
they're literally getting paid money. I mean, even right now, just getting paid back certain months of the year, they're feeding so much back into the grid that they're getting money from the electric company. So
right,
that's the movement's going to. Once they can get over the hump of long distance driving with electric cars, that's the only thing right now, like diesel or
We're still doing fine.
But I don't
We're still
necessarily
doing
think
fine.
you have to do that because if we can install a good mass transit system in the United
Mass transit
States.
trains, bro. What?
It's definitely in the future, and I think
Yeah, I'm with you. But I will say, our friend Asta in our Destiny clan drives from Atlanta up here. He lives by us. Drives to Pensacola in his Tesla to scuba dive. That's 350 fucking miles, and he does that every few weekends. And so the thing is, now they've got those fast chargers, those superchargers in place.
Okay,
This is becoming real.
I have a note on that, but yes, that exactly. The fast charger is definitely helping, and they've sped up the ability. The thing is, some of these used Teslas, get out of date or something, where all of a sudden they shut off the fast charging availability.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about because it's just a software update.
Look up Rich Rebuilds on YouTube. He's a Tesla guy, and he's even told friends who bought used Teslas and stuff. He goes, your fast charging capabilities are going to suddenly turn off shortly after the Tesla finds out that the car is fast hands. It always happens. And sure enough, that's what happens. They end up turning off the fast charging.
You know, when you buy, I mean, Tesla's software as a service, SaaS. So when a Tesla changes hands, you have to create a new account for it on Tesla and pay for the shit.
Right.
Okay, you have to pay for the software. So if you want the fast charging, you have to go.
Part of
pay
what
for it.
the big push that
Don't be a sucker.
the new Hummer is saying. I mean, this will all be passed.
I can't wait to show you this Hummer thing because I'm glad you're a Hummer EV guy.
Hold on, I really, well, I want it, but I want it once. But the fact that you're first trying to get to the market always says that there's a lot of problems. Look at the Honda Insight.
No problems here yet. I'll show you. You're not. You're missing what I'm trying to attack you from. I know that you like to guess where I'm attacking you.
Shut the fuck up. They have the fast charging where I could tell they know that the distance driving is the big hang up on a lot of these electric vehicles, and they're trying to do the whole within 10 minutes you can get a 100-mile charge on the new Hummer. So they're trying to push that. You pull off the road for gas, you're stopping for about 10 minutes. We're tacking
Which is no
on
big deal, right? That's no big deal.
10 minutes. So
I mean, you got to eat and shit. Like,
they understand that the time.
It takes me 10 minutes to shit. I'm 50.
Right. They are looking that is the.
Is that what I'm looking forward to? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you constantly looking.
Bring your smartphone to the bathroom. You're gonna be there a while.
Yeah. So. But the thing is, it's just going to get better and better as years go on with the solar panels.
Yeah.
So,
but we have to move towards that, not away from it.
That's right. We have to just go ahead and accept that this is the future.
Disney's had the solar power on top of the World of Energy and the Epcot Center in Florida for years that used to power that entire building. Well, as solar panels have gotten better, they have whole solar fields now that Disney does, and it's running a lot of their park. It eventually will become just so synonymous with having solar fields and
that's right. Do you remember the president who first put solar panels on the White House?
Was it Carter?
It was Carter. Do you remember the president who took those things fucking down just to be a dick?
Clinton.
It was Reagan.
Was it Reagan?
Of course it was Reagan.
Yeah, he took him down just to be a dick because oil. The thing is, though, we know that's a limited resource. But regardless,
All right, Skeptic, did you have any more to add? Because we're gonna.
No, I think I hit all my points. Fucking Atlanta sucks.
Oh God!
Military vote for Biden.
Stop it!
Yeah. Enjoy the bounties that you pay for hurting players.
Yeah.
Hey, got us a Super Bowl, bitch.
Yeah,
download Destiny 2.
Kick him out.
He's gone. He's gone.
I gotta pee.
God damn it, Pat. Hold on. Now I have to click this, and then I have to click this, and wait, where are you? I should have done it. Click this. Oh shit. Click this, and then click. There you are. No, you aren't. All right, look. But we haven't even gotten my liberal agenda. I have a liberal agenda. But I have to own Pat first. I love that Pat is coming around to EVs because I think EVs are the future. Granted, I don't own an EV. I considered buying a Tesla, but it's so fucking expensive. And then I found that I love BMWs and I didn't want a BMW. But the Hummer EV, if you guys haven't seen it, we're going to watch the marketing promo thing for it because
it's super cool.
Because here's the
vehicle.
thing. Like Pat,
I'm a truck guy. Hold on. So I'm a truck guy, and I really do want once we poop out a second kid, I'm getting my goddamn Silverado back.
That's not how it happens.
Getting rid of my Silverado, I didn't realize how bad it was gonna suck, and I fucking hate not having a truck. And so I've been keeping an eye on the truck market, and I've been really keeping an eye on the electric car market. And I think the Teslas are really cool, man. I think they're
The
definitely
Tesla Cybertruck will outpull a
I
F-150 to the moon.
I don't think that the Tesla is flawless yet. They're getting there though, but they pushed that market and showed the guys that we're a lot closer than I think y'all were acting. At least the oil companies were acting, or at least trying to act. That we are about to make the perfect car, and the internal combustion engine is going to look like a jalopy, like you're out there starting it by cranking the front of your grill on your car. It's going to look, hearing a starter engage, it's going to start sounding like fucking.
I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be that. It'll be like people will be like, "Oh, that's cool. That's so fucking retro that your car has a starter."
It'd be Demolition Man, where Dennis Leary has a Chevelle, underneath the city because
and you're like, "Whoa,
American V8's awesome." But I guess the truck market is huge in America in particular, particularly in the South. But like I didn't realize how big the truck market was in America. We start looking at the numbers. Trucks are favorited. It's the outside of like just the Econobox shit. Trucks are definitely the big money get now.
Okay, Pat.
Hold on. You didn't make it a clickable
finish.
Link.
Just finish.
Anyway, so I'm guessing GMC was kind of staying real quiet about them working towards the their electric truck, and probably waited until they couldn't wait any longer after Tesla released the Cybertruck, which all the people that were predicting what Tesla was going to release all kind of predicted just truck shaped thing. Almost looked like some of the predictions were like, it's going to look a little bit like a Dodge, but like a Tesla. Like one of those Dodge pickups, but it's going to be like no grill, just going to say Tesla on the front. And then Tesla's like, no, we're going to do something totally fucking ridiculous. Which it's awesome. You know what? At the day they released that Tesla Cybertruck, I was like,
but
that's
the thing
so
is,
stupid.
They're alone. The thing is, they're alone. They're
it.
alone. You think they're not alone. You think that they are not alone. That's what I'm about to dunk on you with, Pat.
Hold on. No, well, I know all the other trucks that are coming out.
No, you don't. They don't exist, is what I'm saying. Only one truck exists, and it's the Cybertruck. And I'm about to show you why and how.
Oh, well, I can talk. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Please do.
The videos I've seen with people, so the car channels that do car reviews and stuff. Some of these I watched when my wife and I were picking out a new family car. So I do know that these are car channels that literally have access to early access to some of the vehicles that have not even been released to the market. Literally,
like the Hummer?
Literally none of them were able to drive the Hummer, and even the internal dash.
I can show you why.
Was unusable. It was just like a display.
Let me show you why. Just let me show you why they couldn't do the Hummer. I have the answer. And it was in the Hummer commercial. The Hummer EV commercial was in there. Did you know that? They told you the truth.
Hold on.
You just didn't read it. All right, you got the link ready?
Hold on. You didn't make it a clickable link. I have to copy it.
Oh, sorry. This is big time, dude.
Hold on.
Man, and everybody knows I'm a corporate Democrat.
Totes. All right, I'm rolling back to 0. All right.
Okay. Okay. You
All
ready?
Right. Let's go.
Let's go.
The real revolutionaries.
I'll tell you when to stop.
The ones that change the game forever. Understanding strength is never enough. Evolving, imagining, seeing the world not as it is, but how it could be.
Damn.
That's how true greatness
It's
is
dope
realized.
commercial. It's a dope
that is
intro.
How you change the world.
Look at it, man. How fresh is that? How come nobody's been able to drive this thing? Woo, baby, look at it.
Is it look cool?
Oh, man, look at it fucking sidewide through that fucking sand. Look at it. Whoa. Go ahead.
Introducing the world's first all-electric super truck, the revolutionary GMC Hummer EV.
Holy shit, dude.
With no limits, no emissions, and no equals. It will leave everything you thought possible in a cloud of dust.
This is the original
begins
commercial.
with a nearly silent all-electric propulsion system that offers 1,000 horsepower, 11,500 pound-feet of torque.
Hold on, stop.
All right. Right.
Okay. What we're going to have to do, because this is YouTube, and I fucked up. I went to YouTube.
You're an idiot.
Because I'm an idiot. Instead of the GMC website. And what I want to do is, here's the same video. I'm going to show it right here. Let me chat this to you, Pat. This is the same video. Hold on, I'm going to put it in your Google chat, okay? Your Hangouts chat. Okay, do you see it? Is that?
I'm going to this link. I've got no sound.
Okay, don't click the video.
Okay, I'm not clicking on the video.
But do you see what they say at the bottom?
Simulated vehicle shown. Yeah, yes, I understand. They've basically mocked up.
They don't have one. The whole fucking commercial was made with the 3D model. They never built a truck.
Well, I knew that from editing. Well, no, they do have a version.
No, they don't. They even say we haven't built a prototype yet.
Hold on. The videos I've watched, hold on, let me see if I'm gonna now I gotta go look for it, you son of a bitch. You're gonna
there isn't one. If you think that they have one, GMC itself has said
the video I watched, you're right. The first video I watched was like a husk, parked, right? It had bells and lights and shit on it, but it didn't move, right?
They don't even have that.
Well,
they don't even have that. They've come out and finally come out and said it. It's the same thing that happened to the other EV company. The one that built the semi.
You're just making me mad because I literally have watched videos on this.
Oh, somebody has a Hummer.
Yeah, they have a Hummer. That's right. I can't believe this is not even what we're supposed to be talking about tonight. You're already making
I know. We're going to move on.
Hold on. All right, click that link first off. See if I can find the other video I watched on it.
So what you're saying here is what they said on October 22nd, which was, hold on, let me show it to everybody. GM admits it doesn't have a production intent GMC Hummer EV yet. They're saying now they have a prototype, but it's not functional. Anyway. The thing is, what they've done, and a lot of EV companies, a lot of the main companies have done now is saying they have a thing, and they show these, because fucking 3D graphics are amazing. That fucking commercial for the Hummer is amazing.
When I was watching the original commercial, I said, there's a lot of fakery going on here. I was like,
they had a warning, but they've changed it since. They had a warning across the bottom that said simulated vehicle on display.
Right. So, okay, the link I put underneath your Hummer link.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy and he literally doesn't drive it. He just. I'll go ahead and click on that first link. So he is standing next to
This
a
is
shell
the new
that looks
2000
exactly like the 3D model.
Yes. And so,
Okay? So you say it doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, the body exists. Okay.
Okay.
So hold on. You can see there's a plug leading up to it because all the lights
Here, let me see.
are
so the lights are on.
Right. So that's why all the little bells whistle work. And he even goes inside and he plays with the dash, but pretty much just looks like a tablet just glued onto the front of the dash, right? So it basically says, here's all the things it's going to be able to do, right? But he admits in the beginning, I can't drive this. I can't move this one. He just tells all about
none of their promises.
So
exist.
Some
the
of the
Cybertruck exists.
Some of the things, yes,
and you can drive it.
Okay, so now, but what I'm saying is that video showed there is a body. So like, if they suddenly had an electric version of it, they have at least the body of it, and it will probably fit over a Silverado chassis. Like, you just take the greenhouse off of the Silverado and just slap that on, it fits.
Well, you know, GM just did a partnership with with another.
But I felt that all of a sudden, right after the Cybertruck gets announced, within X amount of months, all of a sudden Ford has a electric F-150
over a year, and they don't have an electric F-150.
No, they
have
don't.
plans for an electric F-150.
Yes, they had to work on the commercial before the car.
They still haven't released the Mustang, which they announced a year before the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
The thing is, I love EVs, and I think all these companies should be getting to EVs.
So,
but the fact of the matter is, they're all fucking lying. The only people with working fucking vehicles, these with the trucks and all the shit, it's fucking Tesla. I mean, and I don't even like Elon Musk. I think he's fucking nuts.
Now, this other video I found, the guy is in there talking to a lady, and she's just outside of, it looks like the exact same truck that they're allowing people in Southern California to come over, YouTubers make their little videos, and he cuts to a bunch of footage that I think came from the goddamn commercial or their press kit of the thing. Let's see if this is it.
It just looks like stationary shots of this fucking body.
I mean, this is a financial dunk because first off, the Hummer name died with the car crash.
With the election of fucking Barack Obama is what you mean.
Yeah, sure that. Let's see if I can. Okay, the second link I put.
I already got it up on the screen. Everybody can see it.
Go to 53 seconds.
53 seconds. Here we go.
All right. Now.
Yes.
That is a rolling. But do you hear anything? Do you hear anything?
Now, here the thing is, well, you wouldn't hear anything anyway, Pat.
Well, I know. I exactly. You wouldn't hear anything.
The thing is,
but what if there was something that you could have heard it rolling? Okay.
No, here's Pat. You've heard of Nikola. All right, you can continue, but this is one fucking vertical I pay attention to because I own stock.
What I'm saying is, you made the claim that they don't even exist. Here is a rolling version of the non-existent 3D imaged vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
You also don't hear it, which you shouldn't hear.
Pat?
But what if the reason you don't hear it in this video because of all the techno dub beat steps is because this is literally like a Tahoe with the body slapped on.
All right. You've heard of Nikola, right?
Yes.
Okay. Nikola was just merged with GM just a couple of months ago, right? GM purchased Nikola.
Right. They need to jump forward.
Now, here Here's the thing, Pat. I'm going to share this with you. Here you go in the chat. Here you go in the chat.
Wait, which
the Hangouts chat.
Hangouts chat. Okay.
Here's the thing, Pat. This video right here starts with, what do you see?
Oh wait, this is their truck market. They were focused on.
No, here comes the semi truck from Nikola, right? Look at it. Was it moving? Was it moving? It was moving, Pat. So we're gonna fucking stop here.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a simple Google search. Did the Nikola truck prototype?
I know we're gonna end up fighting about this. Is not even what we're supposed to be talking about.
They rolled it down the hill, and they admitted that they rolled it down a hill.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
you ever
Look at
watch
this.
commercial? Hold on.
Nikola says electric hydrogen truck never ran as company publishes counterpoints, despite his claims that it was not a pusher. It could not move under its own power. The company confirmed this never was the case. An error confirmed. They fucking admitted they lied. That Hummer doesn't roll. And I'm getting this from GM. They haven't figured out how to make the electric engine yet. They haven't figured out how to make all the promises. They figured out how to make a body because they know how to make truck bodies.
Yes, oh my God. I can't believe we're having
that's what your
literally
point is?
I literally made the exact same. I just said it, but you were so willing to like. Oh my God, like what your first claim, you lied. You said they don't even have a truck. This truck doesn't even exist. This is all 3D imagery, and I went, "There's physically a truck that looks like that."
So now we could just call anything that looks like a truck. Whether it runs or not, whether you can start it, okay, my bad then. I did lie. I did fucking lie because the commercial showed the truck fucking tearing up the fucking desert, bro. It was tearing the desert up, was it fucking not?
Yeah, but I think they do that with all truck videos. I don't think that any of them are real.
No, they don't, because we know how to make a fucking internal combustion engine.
With food in it, that food is fake.
No, they don't come out with a 2021 F-150 and show a fucking fake car that doesn't run. They show the actual truck because we know how to make a internal combustion engine.
They can fake better shots than they can actually just make. So why wouldn't you just, even if you have that running vehicle, wouldn't it be easier just to CG that fucking vehicle than to try to run it and get that awesome shot?
Here's the thing. One of those vehicles they're trying to sell to people, and the other one is just trying to say, please buy our stock.
Yeah, I get it.
There's two differences. One is trying to sell you a vehicle. The other one is trying to get you to buy some stock.
You're so stupid. You're such a dumb person. It's so frustrating. Everyone sees it but you. You're so dumb.
That's fine. Let's go look at some politics.
No, that's fine. No, you're wrong about the truck. I said there is a physical truck. I said whether it actually. I was like,
I get it.
I was like, but what I was saying was before you got all. See, the problem is you get all antsy because you think you got a point. And I'm like,
you tried to show me a video of the truck fucking moving. GM itself said the truck doesn't run. They pushed it. It's a pusher, Pat.
No, I'm not talking about the fucking semi.
Then why did you show me the link of the truck moving?
I did. I said go to 53 seconds. You see literally that Hummer driving. But I said you can't hear it. It will, because if it's electric,
can't hear an EV
I'm like, because they just slapped a Hummer body on top of the Silverado or a Tahoe. That's what they fucking did. So it's all edited out, so you can't hear it.
They just pushed it. They didn't show it tearing up the highways. They just pushed it into a parking space.
You saw it
just the same way Nikola did. And they bought Nikola for billions of dollars. And Nikola lied.
It's like we're agreeing, but we're agreeing in the wrong way. Because you're fucking retarded, so we have to deal with that first. They could literally just put a small engine and just slap a Hummer on it just so they could drive it around.
But they didn't. They announced that they don't have an operating prototype, that the truck doesn't exist.
Yes. Operating prototype. You dumb motherfucker. You're not even fucking listening. You're so fucking stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. What I'm saying is they slapped a body on another truck and drove it around.
They just pushed an empty shell.
Around.
They just put an empty shell.
Not the commercial. I'm talking about the other YouTuber.
Yes, which was just a fucking truck rolling at 1 mile an hour.
But why would you?
He didn't drive it. He pushed it into a parking spot.
Oh my God, I have to go back and do it again. You already deleted it because you're a dumb fuck. You're so fucking stupid.
How many seconds? 53? There it is. Okay, let me do it again. Hold on.
All right. I'm going to put this fucking link back in.
I already put it back in. We're looking at it right fucking now.
All right.
There it is.
That's not being pushed.
Look at it. Woo! Look at it tearing the fuck. Whoa! Woo! Oh, it's going to hit me. Oh, look at it. Look at. Oh, shit.
Does anybody guess what I'm talking about? That's, yes, it might not be electric, but it's driving under its own power. There's no
it's not driving under its own power. GM said it's not driving under its own power. GM said the fucking Hummer prototype cannot drive under its own power.
Under electric power. All those, okay. That video, that thing is moving under its own power. They didn't like run it down a ramp. I don't care if they put a little 4-banger engine in it just to make it roll, and maybe it can only get to 20 miles an hour tops. Maybe 5 tops. It can just roll around a parking lot. That thing is moving under its own power. I'm not electric. I'm saying it's got some form of drivetrain because you don't hear it moving without edited. It's not, you don't hear anything happening. But you're so fucking dumb that you're like, they're just pushing it out. I'm like, no, they'll put something in it to make it move so they can move it from point A to point B. But it's not an electric car. It's just a vehicle with the new EV look to it. That's what it is. It's a show car. Those concept cars that you see at the car show normally don't really run, or they can't do the things that they think it could do. It's the idea. But they got something in there making it go from point A to point B. But no, it's not driving. You couldn't take it out on the road. But you can move it from parking spot to parking spot. There's not a group of motherfuckers pushing that goddamn thing right now. You see a bunch of feet running around behind it. You don't see that shit. It's moving. So when you say it doesn't exist, and then, okay, no, it exists. Well, it can't run under third power. Okay, well, it's moving. Whether it's running under electric power is definitely questionable. But it's moving. Whether it can move faster than 5 miles an hour, I don't think so. But it can do something. And they didn't just, a group of guys just start running and throwing it and you're like, all right, just turn quickly, make it look good. No, they've got it moving. It's just one of their, why would they not just slap that shit on a drivetrain they already own? Like, it makes no sense. It'd be easy just to throw that on top of a Tahoe chassis and just say, this is what it's going to look like once we figure out how to electrify it.
Okay. All right.
That's all I say. There's no power. I'm like, yeah.
All right. Well, while you were saying all that, I was showing GM saying that was false. So we're good.
You're so fucking stupid. You're just a stupid fucking person.
I know. I get it. All right. I'm going to pour a drink.
Dumb.
Yeah, I get it.
You ever had to deal with Fane live? No, you didn't. Brady Beaver donates $2 Canadian, which I don't know, that was like 50 cents. So is Pat's wife available to mediate this? Oh, she wants nothing to do with us.
We're doing the same thing again.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're so bad at this. Like even when you're wrong, like you can't just go, that might be fair. That might be fair enough. They don't have one. I get it. They don't have one. I said that. They don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of that, you're like,
all right. So anyway, let's talk about.
Which, by the way, if this is how you do your investigative journalism, you're as good as Tim Pool. I saw one article that said it's fake, so it's got that.
It was a press release from GM.
That came from like over a month ago.
Press release from GM. Oh, a month ago. My bad.
Since then, they slapped an engine into it so they could drive it around, so it looks a little better.
Cool.
You're so fucking dumb. You're just a dumb person. Like, I wasn't even trying to prove that it existed. I'm just trying to say that your first claim, it's just CGI. Well, they have a tangible version of it. It's probably a one-off. It's a concept. No, it's just all CGI. They already said CGI. Well, no, here it is. Okay, well, I didn't do CGI. What I'm saying is it can't run under its own power.
No, you just straw man in my fucking argument because you're fucking mad.
That's exactly what you said.
You're fucking mad. You're fucking mad.
Nah, I'm mad because you're stupid.
Being fucking mad. So what you wanted to make the point was they made a pretend one? So therefore it exists?
But your
That's
first
fucking argument?
Your first argument was, well, see, they say it's CG. So it's
they
only CG.
say it's CG. They don't have a fucking working prototype.
I agree that the commercial is fakery.
Motherfucker.
Because even food commercials are fakery. So what I'm saying is, yeah, I totally agree that the commercial's fake. I could tell it was a fake commercial.
Somebody can eat a fucking Whopper out of a fucking Whopper commercial. Somebody can eat a Whopper when you see it. Does the Whopper you get look like that on the Whopper commercial? Fuck no. That Whopper is
that's what I'm saying.
Perfect. But you can eat it. You can't go tear up a desert and you're fucking like your fucking evidence was showing it moving at 2 miles an hour through a fucking. Shut the fuck up. Why are we talking about cars?
The same, but we don't like the way the other person's point is because you're wrong. No. You're right. That's fake. Like we both agree, it was a fake commercial. I saw it and said, "It's not a real commercial," because I also know editing.
They have a working product. The Cybertruck exists, and it runs. And they had a pulling contest between it and an F-150, and it outpulled the F-150 easily.
I saw it.
Smoked the fucking tires. The Hummer has something they sent to YouTube fucking celebrities to try to get them to go, hey, is it a car?
There's your second
And you
problem.
watch fucking YouTube celebrities. That's where you got your fucking news.
No, what I'm saying is when I was looking more into it, that's when I started realizing they don't even have a driving version of it. And then when I found the one guy that had had the same truck, but it was kind of moving, I went, because he put his big thing, but drive. I'm like, motherfucker didn't test drive it. So I watched the whole video. I went, this guy cut to a bunch of the CG commercial shit, and he never test drove it. And the only person that got in the car was someone that worked for GM. And I was like, yeah, it wheeled around, but I didn't get to hear it do anything. So it's like, immediately I thought, this is fake. I was like, this is a fake car. They've got a small engine jammed into it so they can drive it up on the ramp.
Maybe.
They can move it into a showroom.
Maybe. But the fact that they merged with Nikola.
There we go. That's all I wanted was a maybe. Like, yes, it moved.
Fine.
It's not moving under electric power.
Fine.
But yeah, maybe they just did something to make it move from point A to point B.
But they bought Nikola.
Power wheel.
They got
battery.
Nikola, and then the 2 days after they merged with them 3 weeks ago.
That's also to clean up their work.
They proved that the Nikola truck is a pusher. It never worked under its own power. They rolled it down a hill.
That was because all they need to their investors is say, look, we bought technology. They probably didn't buy. They definitely bought.
You did this, Skeptical Fighter Jet.
But what I'm saying is, I like the look of the Hummer. I think it's perfect timing that it showed up right after
X-Wing fighter
got announced. And I said, "Oh, you're re-releasing the Hummer brand under GMC because it's the cash cow. It's the only thing that you can justify the price for."
Well, the reason we stopped buying Hummers, we all liked Hummers, but the reason we didn't buy them was because they got 3 gallons to the mile.
And there was a recession that hit, and
so now they're saying you got one that don't cost any gallons to the mile.
It still costs $100,000. The only way to justify they couldn't release the Sierra at $100 and something $1,000 and justify it. But they're like, hey, if we put this prestige, like, twist my mustache name on it that everyone kind of liked,
it was,
and
cool.
the rich people knew that they could jerk off.
It's Skeptical Fighter Jet's fault, chat.
It is. It is.
Because
but what I'm saying
all I want to do is move on to one political thing from the liberal agenda.
Yeah, but I did plenty of research. You clearly did some Tim Pool research, and I'm like, we're agreeing completely, but you
didn't agree. You said it existed. You said the fucking truck existed.
The physical manifestation of the truck exists.
Oh my fucking God, it's a model.
Yes. Physically, it's a truck.
Oh, well, in that case, I own a B-52.
A scale model of a B-52. They own a...
no. No, it's a B-52. It's a B-52.
By the way, you don't own one because I haven't seen it.
And a C-130 Hercules.
But...
The Blue Angels one, as a matter of fact. They call it...
They have a 1-to-1 ratio model of what the EV will be. Okay?
Fat Albert is what they call it. And I own it. And it flies. Because I've thrown it.
First off, I've looked at car reviews for years. And until they can actively test drive
You watch YouTube channels. You watch car YouTube channels.
When you read them in car magazines. You read all these test reviews. And then you go, okay, well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I think Motor Trend is the worst of all of them with bullshit reviews about vehicles. But
fake news from the mainstream auto media because you watch YouTube auto
media.
But
but I do the research on all the vehicles, and I go, okay, well, that's fake, that's fake, that's fake. Until they can actually get their hands, like the consumers can get their hands on the actual vehicle that's being released to the public.
Working prototype? The
Corvette, the new Corvette, the mid-engine Corvette that they just released. It was supposed to be this new supercar. It's just mud hole stomping, and it is not. Once it started getting released, they started realizing they're years behind what it needs to be to actually be the car that they promised. Okay, so when I saw all this, and then I started trying to find videos on people that could be you or I playing with it, and I literally couldn't find anybody actually using it. And I said, okay, so this is all their predictions, what they want it to be, what they're hoping it'll be. So I was like, all these numbers are cute releases, but none of them are accurate because no one outside of GM and anybody that will suck their dick to get a quick video out about it, no one has any actual data. This is all perceived data, built on promises.
And
what
we're getting to,
because when I first saw the video, I said, "Wow, it's a really pretty video."
Yeah,
and
it's a really cool video.
It's
really
pretty.
cool.
And the moment I said, we do plenty of editing, we realized the fakery. We fake how pretty we are. I said, that's fake. I said, none of this is real. This is the same thing
right now.
When you see them carving a turkey and its steam comes out. Fake steam, and it's a fake fucking turkey, or it's an uncooked turkey that they just steamed the inside of it. It's all bullshit. I said, so I watched the video and went, that's a beautiful car video. Just like all the other car videos, it's bullshit.
No, most of them are real cars. Most of them are real cars.
Well, no,
the fact that they had to say it was a simulated vehicle is rare. That's a rare thing.
Peer-reviewed vehicles. By the time they're doing the commercials, because they've been making them every year.
They're trying to sell a product to the public, not trying to get you to buy their fucking goddamn
when you watch the car
stock.
videos, every shot in those car videos are not real either, because they're trying to make them jerk off material. Because it's easier to get a crane shot.
There's a difference between saying a stunt driver on a simulated course than simulated vehicles shown throughout.
You're right. You're right.
There's a difference. And what I'm saying is, and the thing is, we're on the same side in the aspect that and we're on the same side as Skeptical Fighter Jet was on, which is that the oil business, the internal combustion engine is dying.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
it's
why
dying.
I also want a Cybertruck.
But what's happening now, what we're seeing with GM is an internal combustion company trying to pretend that they can deliver a product that they have not even got a working model of.
To me,
because they don't even have the concept of how to do it.
I agree.
They don't have the battery technology. They don't have any of it.
I found when I was looking at this stuff, and I said, all right, Tesla, when I said at the very beginning when we started getting into this, goddamn skeptical, this is what he wanted, man. He wanted to pull the pin on the grenade and walk off, knowing I'm a car guy.
Bonnie, please make them stop. We can't.
No. So the problem is,
we love you guys, but we're arguing right now.
When Tesla showed up, what I said at the very beginning was when Tesla showed up, they let the car industries know it's the Jetsons isn't as far away as you thought. Essentially, that you guys were sitting high and pretty. You did anything you could to kind of stifle the growth of this market. Blah blah blah, and the new move is going to be electric. Which if you haven't thought that until the last year, you're crazy.
People still argue with me about this.
We can't keep burning dinosaur bones forever. Okay, right?
But here's the thing, like Fred Flintstone drove around in a car with stone fucking wheels, didn't he?
Steel belted stone wheels.
He did. He did. And how he powered it was he stuck his feet through the floorboard and he pushed it with his feet. And that's exactly how the goddamn Hummer EV is powered.
There were. Oh my God, I'm starting again. Because there weren't dinosaur bones to burn yet. You know what I'm saying?
But
that's why Jetson's Flintstones crossover made no sense.
And the Hummer EV, both powered the same way.
Why push it when you could literally just put a small engine into it just to put it around?
Yep, and then just pay some fucking unfucking trustworthy YouTubers to pretend to
that
their fucking
that might have been
fans.
footage that they gave them that had no sound to it.
It could be.
That's what
YouTubers are the fucking worst, dude. Whether you're political, whether you're fucking cars, you will just fake it.
Oh yeah,
you will fucking pretend.
But what I'm saying is, as much as I thought I wanted to go electric, like that was my because I was like, oh, that's the future. That's where we need to be. I don't like that it doesn't have long distance driving down yet.
You don't drive long distance anymore. You fly everywhere with your wife. You guys never go more than 350 miles.
Until they get an electric plane. I'm waiting for the electric planes, and that's next, Delta.
Then you'll just find another fucking way to go. Well, you know what? Until they learn how to fly to fucking Cambodia, because I like to travel to Cambodia. You fly everywhere. All you need is a car to drive you to the airport, and you fucking know it.
I'm going to take the train to the airport.
Oh, stop!
No, but what I'm saying is, we drive to Pensacola. When we drive down to Panama City or Pensacola, or when I go see
what I just told you at the beginning of this was Aston drives his fucking goddamn one to the fucking Pensacola all the time. He stops in Montgomery and fucking fuels up while he fucking has a bite to eat and gets there.
Stay charged up. Don't say fuel up. Say charged up. Say charged up. You're triggering me.
Yeah.
But
dude, we would fucking arm wrestle over this, dude.
But the thing we both agreed that electric cars were
are the future.
Tesla Cybertruck. We talked that night about the Tesla Cybertruck. I'm like, look,
it's badass. It's the future.
We like trucks. You and I both like trucks.
Yes.
One of them is still a truck owner. So I said,
all right. The chat is really upset with us. Well, they're over it, and also like Missy had just said, I'd drive you to the airport, so Fane. I don't need a ride to the airport. I'm not buying a Hummer.
We drive the truck to the airport and fly. But what I'm saying is, yes, I like the Cybertruck, but I like that it's electric. I like that I could carry shit in it.
Okay.
And then when I saw the Hummer EV, I went, if they can make this happen, it would be fantastic. It's not going to be my next car.
It's going to be a couple years.
No, I'll be getting a Silverado in the next couple of years. A gas-powered V8 American motherfucking machine. But the moment that they start having
I'm getting a Cybertruck, I think. I think I'm going to replace my Toyota with a Cybertruck.
If I want the Cybertruck, like if it's feasible, I want the Cybertruck. If I get a 3-engine Cybertruck, that'd be awesome. I don't think it is, but the 3-engine one, that's the move.
Well, I mean, I know how much you're going to be paying for a Silverado.
I know they're so expensive.
They're expensive.
But what I'm saying is, yes, if it comes down to when I'm ready to buy a truck, and I can get a hold of a Cybertruck at the same cost bracket, you bet your ass I'm driving a Cybertruck.
Okay, was this stream supposed to be about politics, and we ain't talked about none of the liberal agenda? Not a one. So since we're about to end the stream, you got into
something that I was like deep into this week, and all I was disappointed.
And what you learned,
all I was disappointed is that none of the videos made any sense to me. And then we start talking about, but you were ready to dunk on me.
Sound like you
weren't. We agreed through the whole thing, but you hadn't seen that there was a physical version of it, a 1-to-1 model version of it.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
And I was like, no,
I do understand that GM can make a vehicle.
Yes. Okay.
They've made them for 100 fucking years.
No, you said it first. Oh, you're making me mad again.
I said they don't have a working fucking prototype, and the commercial was bullshit. Stop.
That's right.
You can be right, but you're fucking right in the weirdest fucking way.
God,
but they put a trolling motor in a non-working fucking Hummer is your win? That's your dunk? That's the hill you chose to die on?
Everyone should go boo Skeptic Fighter Jet right now.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Skeptic Fighter Jet. Boo! Can we talk about Dave Rubin now?
The only way that he could make it worse is to pay us a measly $2.
Give us $2 now.
These two are going to fuck the shit out of each other.
I wish we could. But the thing is, somebody at the office I work in tested positive for COVID. And so guess what? Now I don't get to hate fuck Pat.
Don't worry. I'll mail my semen to you. And you can suck it down, you bitch. Hannibal and Monty's show. It's normally Monty that shows up, but we're going to assume it's both of them. For $5. Our buddies that agree that Fane is the good one. I was told to make y'all stop.
All right, fine. We'll stop.
What are y'all talking about? I'm late. We're talking.
We're going to talk about Dave Rubin.
The electric evolution. But we're not talking
Dave Rubin.
You want to be here for that? Nathan Hosh. He's still Hosh.
So Hosh right now.
$2. Perfect end to my week. Shots?
Wow. Your week was terrible.
Wow. Well, I'm going to drink out of my Optic Decay original mug, which you can get at pgw.threadless.com. Links in the description.
I drink straight out of my fucking
and another $5 from Hannibal and Monty's show. Donates $5 to Super Chat. Says, I did one voter fraud for Monty being a Skeptic Fighter Jet fan because they're both from Nolans. Hannibal being from ATL. So there's some contention, I'm sure, right there. We had two voter frauds from Georgia. Both Fane and I voted for Biden.
Yep, we're both frauds, and we voted for Biden.
Yeah, we're fraud voting. As a Republican, I've never voted. They can count it. I've never voted Democrat, and
never.
Suddenly, my name came across with a blue ballot. So
must be fake.
Must be fake. Or Trump's just that level of douche that even long-term Republicans can be like, nope.
Fuck it.
I'm tired of being called a Nazi. it's at first it was funny and we were owning the SJWs with it, but now I'm just like,
But
no.
I really like this haircut, and I don't want to let it go.
I'm tired of saying it's okay because then that hand signal says I'm a Nazi. I'm the few Republicans that voted for Biden, so I have to say Republican to people, and then explain I'm not a Trump Republican.
You're a fucking Lincoln Project Republican.
I am the Republican with an asterisk in the shape of a swastika. No,
we have to do a whole thing about the Lincoln Project, but we're going to skip. We're going to do at least one thing on the agenda tonight.
All right, let's
Dave Rubin.
The Rubes.
Click the first link. On election night, Dave Rubin was live.
Hold on. Oh God.
The stream is gone now.
Dave has become. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the pauses. All right. Dave Rubin, for those of y'all who don't know,
in case you've never heard Dave Rubin.
He was basically living in the same wheelhouse, the same vertical that Blair White was, being a minority, Republican minority, right?
Yeah.
Being
he's the G in LBDGT.
Yeah, he likes the D in his M. What? In his B. I don't. And he likes to have Dave and his Reuben. I don't know. That's not right. No, that's right. So he's a gay Republican. So that they're like unicorn.
Log cabin Republican.
And as YouTube loves the outliers, emphasis on the liars. You get the Blair Whites, the trans Republicans. That's it sounds like an oxymoron, right? It's like
it does get promoted, like Lady MAGA.
Yeah, you're a rare group, so you must be heard because you have to speak for the unspoken because you might be the only one because they don't. So he was an atheist, right?
Yeah,
that's how we knew him.
Supposedly,
he was gay, Republican.
He is.
Those are all things that were facts.
Facts.
Some of those facts, at least one out of three, have changed.
But he was always just a disaffected liberal, man. He's really a liberal at heart. But why is the liberal embracing these goddamn SJW fucking things?
Yeah, so he got pushed by the SJWs to the right.
Yes. He didn't want to be there. So this election
made him find Jesus.
On election night, he went live, and I've got two clips I want to show you, Pat. Are you ready?
All right, this is first clip, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Go.
It's all happening. It's all happening. I could probably end the live stream right there because it's all happening. It's looking good. It ain't over yet. But yes, there are a lot of people in full meltdown mode on the left. There's a lot of people rejoicing on the right. But I think everybody watching this at least can take a deep...
What are you making for?
Sure, there were plenty of people sweating, even people like
full
myself.
Meltdown mode. That's not fucking Hummer EV. This
a disaffected Republican. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes. Disaffected liberal is what he is.
Right. But I are of the other.
You're a disaffected Republican, yes.
Right. Where I'm saying I voted not, and that's the thing is there's a lot of people that vote every year for the opposite of they know they don't like the other person, but they are voting directly opposed to this person. I think this year more than ever, you saw a giant number of people literally voting against Trump. There's not the faith in Biden isn't there.
But you got to put yourself for this clip. You have to put yourself on election night.
It's like at this point we chose the devil we don't know.
But you got to put yourself on election night and think about what he's saying here.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. At this moment, what he's saying is, well, Trump's clearly got this because the Republican votes were coming in because they were all told by Master in Chief
Yes.
You must get to that voting poll
The
because
red
your
mirage.
vote will be thrown away, or it'll be accidentally added to the Biden camp by the Biden.
Yes, but the thing is,
Illuminati.
you have to put yourself back in that night, because me and you talked on that night. We were
So
like,
he's got-
what the
he's
fuck
got
is
this-
happening?
he's
But
got
you got to
this-
put yourself back to where we were that night and listen to the words
Yeah,
he
but
says.
you look at his. I want to say cocky and smile, but that seems like a double entendre or a right on the nose, on his nose, and his nose. What? False. This cock-eating grin that he's got, where he's really selling the fact that basically all you libtards thought you had this one in the bag,
and the
we
same
are
thing's
showing
happening to you.
that we are showing that the Republican Party is still so strong, and that Trump has done nothing but unite the Republican Party, that now he's dunking on all of you silly blues. And that's what he's got. He's got that smile where he's like, I could just end the stream now. He's like, I could, like, that's the thing. He's got this Super Bowl lie halftime. Right? Is that not accurate?
Yeah, it's exactly what he has.
Skeptic Fighter Jet loves this analogy.
The confidence of hypothetical Falcons fans at halftime of the Super Bowl lie. Hypothetical.
So, yeah, he's basically like, what else can I say now? I can't say anything. Let's just turn in, everybody.
That's right. So let's
Four
listen.
more years.
Four more years.
Beautiful orange man.
4 more years.
That full of bigotry and doesn't.
By the way, Pat, he deleted this live stream. That's why I only have
because I don't think it aged well.
Yeah, he deleted it like 2 days later. It was gone.
Wow, he waited 2 whole days until he realized.
Yeah, and he was like,
There's some confidence there, though. That's all right. Let's keep.
It's still making money.
I'm at 20 seconds. I'm at 20 seconds.
You ready? Go.
Breath. The American experiment is going to continue. Tonight is an absolute pushback on the BS of the mainstream media. So this is all looking very good for Donald Trump. I've got some fancy tequila here and a nice big Death Star ice cube, and I hope you guys are drinking something or eating something good. And there is goodness here, guys. And my liberal friends who will still talk to me, if you still consider yourself an old school liberal, it is now your job to say, wow, you radical nutbag lefties, you see what you left us with? You left us not with 1 term of Donald Trump, but 2 terms of Donald Trump, okay? But all right, enough talking about the losers. Let's talk about the winners here. Trump has an incredible opportunity. Trump has an absolutely incredible opportunity. You take the conservatives, you take the libertarians, you take the classical liberals, you take anyone. You basically take anyone who likes the experiment of America and you make them feel good about it again. And Trump, now what's your chance, man? Your chance is to open that freaking economy, get us back to work, get us watching sports again. The woke thing, think about the hit that it just took. It's all
right. Think about the hit that the woke community just took. Thanks, Dave. Wow.
I'm trying to.
It's the confidence. It's the confidence that he speaks with that makes this embarrassing. You know, he goes into the, oh man, there's crying and it's the hit that the woke community just took, because now the president gets to open up the economy. Because he hasn't had that chance all year, I guess. And we're not open and we're not experiencing over 150,000 deaths a day or new infections a day. He just went with it. He just went with it. Now, when I talked to you, Pat, we were both very cautious, and we're like, man, we're going to have to see what happens tomorrow. Like, tonight is too crazy. Can't call this tonight. But not Dave. And so I'm giving you the second clip.
Hold on. Before is the second clip kind of like same as the first?
Yeah. So
it's not like sudden like rolling it back at all?
No, not
Okay,
exactly.
good. Because I'm about to add something quickly. Hold on, I got pulled the timestamp. How the fuck do I pull timestamps again?
From YouTube?
Hold on. Try to remember. How do I do it again?
From YouTube, you hit the share button, and then it will have a checkbox that says.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, start that. Copy. I'm throw this in under the Rubin shit.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
If this second clip is as good as the first,
I think the second clip might be better. Even though the first one was mwah.
All right, hold on.
Chef's kiss good.
Hold on. Let me delete that first one. Oh shit, did I do that right? Okay, the Rubin clips.
Yeah, you got the second one ready?
I think so.
All right, let's go.
But this Trump win, it's a pushback on big tech. It's a pushback on mainstream media. Like all of you people who have consistently gotten everything wrong, you did it again. You got it wrong again. And you losers. And now I'm going to do a little, this will be a little bit of a patting myself on my own back.
Oh, God, he's making it worse.
At the Lincoln Project. Like you people who clearly can't maintain an erection so that you then decide that you have to spend your life just being against one thing, this orange man. It's like, you guys got to go away now. But the thing is, we're not going to put you on lists. You know, I did a couple of videos in the last 2 weeks about lefties, like well-known lefties like Robert Reich, who was in the Obama administration, you know, talking about how we're going to have Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Chris Hayes, that little dork on MSNBC, he was saying the same thing. You know, we have to have these commissions and we're going to have to find out what happened and name names and get lists of people. Guess what? Trump and the right, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But that doesn't mean we can't mock you guys and or at least ignore you guys. Like all of you people who've gotten everything wrong. Bill Kristol, you've gotten everything wrong. David Frum, you've gotten everything wrong. You guys got to go away now. Like, we're not going to come and get you. We're not going to
go away, Dave.
Show up at your
Does
house
Dave go away?
Go away,
Dave. The lefties would love to do with all of us. But all of these people who just got everything wrong, who have refused to see the world as it is and could only see the world as they wanted it to be, it's like, no. And the pollsters, you guys got everything wrong. How is it? I am one guy. I sit here. My producer, Michael, is in the room. It's a small room. It's about, I don't know, 12 feet by 12 feet. I got my dog at my feet. I got Michael here.
And he got it right.
We write out a couple things. And then I do this show. And for some reason, what I've been able to do makes a lot more sense to a lot more people than the nonsense that's coming out of mainstream media.
Yeah!
But this Trump win,
okay. That was
yeah, dude. I love it because then he goes and dunks. He goes and dunks and he tells everybody, you've got to go away because you were wrong. Lincoln Project, who I've been dropping to you this whole time. Lincoln Project is a project of Republicans who were like, we're actual Republicans and we're sick of this Trump shit.
Yeah.
And so they started making commercials, which you've seen, Lincoln Project commercials for Biden, because they were like, fuck this guy. Yeah. So anyway, I love it.
Well, the thing is, that was the other thing. The Republicans that were not pro-Trump kind of started coming out of the woodwork and kind of talking to each other and saying, we agree, like this is not and part of what you and I talked about the other day was that it wasn't the economical portion of Trump that was so frustrating.
It's the social part.
It was the social one that when you try to make the claim, well, are you better now than you were 4 years ago? If you try to look at the economical side of it, sure, some of us are like, oh, yeah, we're better. But if you look at the sociological side of it, no, we're not. We've been on quarantine for 6 months. It doesn't look to be getting a lot better. He keeps saying it's getting better. Australia literally has limited travel to America because it's a COVID-heavy country.
Lots of countries have banned travel to America.
Right. That it's gotten to this point where Trump says we're going the right direction. Other countries are looking at us because of the way we've dealt with it. No, they're not. So I'm like, where's if all your facts are coming from Trump's cock, then you don't have any fact. So when all these people would like yell at me, as I guess a Lincoln Project Republican, if all these guys would yell at me because they assumed I must be a soy boy cuck, like a dirty libtard,
grifter.
Yeah, that I just faded. I'm like, no, I was like, this isn't my guy. He has made it worse for me.
And the thing is, like, I see Ansel in the chat is saying, you know, how the Lincoln Project is a bunch of grifters. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. And the thing is, we have to remember the Lincoln Project is Republicans. They're still not the good guys. They're like Pat. They're bad guys that seem good.
I'm a liberal here tonight. And my daughter kept pointing at it. She kept pointing at it. She saw Uncle Fane on it. She kept pointing at Uncle Fane. And then she kept pointing at Cat. That's Johnny and Sid.
Johnny and Sid.
Got Cat. And she goes, meow. I was like, yeah, that
Johnny and Sid do look like cats.
As much as Soy Boy Fane, Uncle Fane hates being called a Soy Boy.
The thing is, we have this clip now of Dave Rubin dunking.
But I have a physical.
Saying, you were wrong, and you need to go away now.
Well, I guess what I have a physical clip of.
What did you have?
If you could click, it's timestamped. It should be at 7 minutes.
Yeah, I see it.
This is Dave Rubin.
Its timestamp is 4:20.
It should be at 7 minutes.
Wait, this is MMA. All right, hold on.
Yep, this is Dave Rubin.
Okay.
On election night.
All right, I'm ready. You ready?
And
here we go.
Only about 4 seconds you need.
Okay, here we go.
Again with the jab.
Yes! Always!
You're right.
To follow it up.
That's it.
Again
Here
with
we
the
go.
jab.
Yes!
Boom,
one
Joe
more
with a
time.
high kick.
One more time,
Again
everybody.
with the jab.
He's like, what? I got you. I'll dance. Knocked out. That's it. Bye-bye. He didn't make it. Sorry.
You have to go away now, Dave. You have to go away now.
Because
you were wrong.
That was the other thing that was frustrating me is that you had and we have a mutual friend that I like we don't get on Facebook at all anymore. But we had a mutual friend and I happened to be on Facebook and I was like, delete this. She posted something and she made the claim of like I'm not gonna wear a mask. I don't need my rights. My American as an American, I don't need my rights. You know, I'm like, that's not what this is. I was like, you are, and like, I really like. I already think that she's fucking retarded. That mutual friend that I feel inflicted by, it was just like, I can't delete you because I know I'm gonna have to run into you again. And all I put was like, delete this. And then I see one of her cultist friends being like, oh, because she asked like, why should I delete this? And then one of her friends like, oh, because it's not part of his agenda. I'm like, the minute I saw the agenda line come out,
They turn on you. And the thing is,
like,
they don't even understand you're a conservative. But as soon as you criticize and say, wait a second, this ain't it, chief.
Yeah,
then you're then you're right in with us, dude. You're just another fucking goddamn
and that's the other problem is I have people,
fucking commie.
I have people that are like, you know, that know that I'm Republican. They're like, oh, you're a Trump, right? I went, no, actually far from it.
No.
Like I really am not.
Terrible.
Because the lack of empathy that this man shows for the plight of the human race in general. He's so above all of us. And he knows it. He feels it.
Dude.
Did you see what he said about Erie when he was even there? He was mad he hadn't had to be there.
And the thing is, he said that in multiple of those towns. Like, I shouldn't even have to be here.
Yeah, I would never. I wouldn't. I'd rather be dead in Washington, alive here. Like he basically, that's how he said. Like he doesn't. Like I don't respect you or your fucking town.
But because you have electoral votes, I have to come here and pander to you fucking dick shits.
Because your weak chinned Republican officers can't, you know, lock your heels. I gotta show up and daddy's gotta come in and spank you people.
Yep. Have to come in here and pretend. Have to drive
But like
you
the fact that
around
he's
like
said
you're
it,
a fucking
the fact he's
Hummer
said
EV.
it, that just shows you the lack of empathy that this man has for other humans, with no regard for how what we see, as the impoverished poor, with our Beamers and electric trucks, or fake electric trucks. That's how rich we are. We could jerk off to fake porn. This is our waifu trucks.
See, but you know what? Then there's like Stephen James in the chat who just wants to say that, it's less than 10,000 people that have actually died from coronavirus.
Clearly.
Don't worry.
I
The
literally know some. I've known a few.
the thing is, he saw
that
some
have.
shit on fucking InfoWars because he's got a fucking penis the size of his fucking brain, both of which I could put in my fucking cheek and just fucking shove it down in the like it's fucking
that's
chaw.
a weird take.
And then
That's
just
a weird
use. I could just spit your fucking.
Look, the fact that we know a few people that have been not only hospitalized but died from COVID, then we know a large percentage of that 10,000 that died.
Actually, it's pretty crazy
that we
so
know
much
that
has happened right here where we live, Pat.
Just in we don't leave our house.
Crazy. It's crazy
And we
because
know
Stephen
a large
James
amount.
says they actually died of car accidents or opening a bottle too fast or like taking the tag off of their pillows and their mattresses.
Yeah, that says don't take it off.
Don't remove. But they took it off, and then they also had COVID, and they died. But they didn't die from the COVID. They died from removing the mattress tag. They were told not to.
If they said, like, okay, 10,000 is such a low number, you think if they at least come up with like a low, like a high low number that they could feel like, well, that's how much people die of flu every year. So it's like basically the flu,
No,
but we're just
what he's
acting
saying
crazy.
is like it's less deadly than the flu. Or what he's saying is that people who die from the flu don't really die from the flu. What they die from is stepping on a crack on the sidewalk.
And breaking their mother's back, and their mother had the flu.
Boom, their mother had the flu. But the thing
So,
is,
the
they
crack
stepped
back.
on the crack.
Yeah, that's the thing is
That's on you, Ma.
I don't like to ostrich things, but and even the wearing the mask in public, I don't know, like truly, I like to believe it does something, but the other side of it, it's the same thing when you do a diet. I think some of the diet pills are bullshit, but if you get up every morning and take a diet pill, what you're doing is you're reminding yourself we're on a diet. So you put on the mask, you remember, hey, don't take free samples from people.
The mask ain't to protect you; it's to protect other people. And now, when I see somebody out without a mask, I look at them like they're a loose fucking cannon.
Yeah, they might as well be waving a gun around.
Shit, loaded weapon.
But what I'm saying is, whether the mask actually does something or not, it reminds you that to wash your fucking hands. Don't walk up and just start licking people in the neck. Not that you should have been doing that before, but just be a little more conscious. You don't go touch your face as much when you have a mask on. You get the mask, but you don't shove your hands in your mouth. You're at the grocery store touching handles and shopping carts or, whatever. You're not shoving your hand in your mouth. You're less likely to get infected, and you got the opportunity to wash your hands before you put your hands in your mouth. By the way, stop putting your hands in your mouth randomly. That's weird. But even if it's just like the placebo diet pill, get your hands out of your mouth, you filthy cretin, because you got COVID in your office already. Even if the placebo diet pill that doesn't actually do anything, what it's doing is reminding you hey, you're trying to do something different. You're trying not to be the person you were yesterday, today, and you're trying to cut down on the opportunity for this thing to be a thing. That was 6 months ago. And I still see crowded nightclubs. We know a lot of nightclub promoters.
Yeah.
We see DJs, cocktail waitresses. promoting the nightclubs just the same and going out and partying, and then they want to know why everyone is sick and spreading like crazy.
Yeah,
because you're
look,
acting
so here's
like
the
it's
thing.
over.
Here's the
But
thing,
Trump
David.
was holding our hands, saying it's over.
Here's the
Even
thing.
during the goddamn debates, he was holding our hands and saying it's basically over,
and
that he was going to have
James is doing-
military running around with like tranq darts full of vaccines shooting people.
What Stephen James is doing is the same thing we did when we were anti-SJWs. There's certain things that you can just boil down to like this bottom thing that makes some sort of sense. So you can say that if a guy who died, like you make up these conspiracy theories, a guy died.
No, I'm not saying that
because-
someone with COVID didn't die in a car accident.
I know, but but the conspiracy theory is that what Stephen is saying is that if you had COVID and you died in a car accident, they count it as a COVID death. And that's not fucking true. It's been fucking debunked. But the fact is that you get all your information from fucking Sargon and Tim Pool and people who read part of articles and read headlines and give you conspiracy theories instead of actually going to look at the fucking data. We have the hospitals are fucking full right now, man. It's fucking data. People are fucking dying. And it's not because they're fucking faking it. What you're doing right now is not opening anyone's eyes. You are feeding this 150,000 new case a day bullshit. You, not the fucking media. You, dumbasses like you, are the reason why more people are getting it than ever. Why 1,500 fucking Americans a day are fucking dying. A fucking 9/11 every fucking 2 days because you are a tiny dicked dipshit. Put on a fucking mask or I will fucking kick you in the fucking nuts, you fucking lying pussy.
Nice. That was nice. I do notice that you got the green jacket. I do like it. I like the olive green.
I put my.
I like your
Destiny-
button. Yeah, the button's dope, dude.
It's such.
I
a
should
cool
have
thing.
got the button. I didn't get the button.
It's way cooler than I thought it was.
That's
Like,
what Waz said.
It's so big and nice.
I'm glad I was able to
And then
turn
the little
that.
clasps that you put it on with are shaped like the
Oh.
Destiny logo.
Oh.
How
I
cool
can't
is
wait for
that?
rings, man. That's what I want. The rings. I'm waiting for like an update where we just get an email that says your rings on the way. I'm like,
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so excited that day.
I'm gonna jerk off with that ring on.
So hard.
All right.
The
Well,
thing
that was
is, I
good.
want to tell everybody why I may be a little bit sensitive about this. Somebody tested positive in my fucking office, so I'm having to go into fucking goddamn quarantine. I could fucking have it. And the thing is, if I
Is
do
the person
end up
in your
having
office a Trumper?
Stephen James is the first fucking dick I'm gonna fucking rip off.
Is the person in your office
Stuff
a
it in my
Trumper?
mouth.
Is the person in your office with COVID a Trump supporter?
No, it's not. Turns out it also gets fucking libtards.
Oh, libtards
Weird.
do it too.
What a weird
that was
political
another thing I
disease.
saw. I
It was supposed to
started
go
seeing-
away when we elected Biden, and yet it's
That was-
somehow still fucking here.
That was the thing I started seeing. Is a lot of people were like,
I voted
"Oh,
Biden.
we immediately." You're not even. You're just putting COVID all over that bottle.
I'll change the
I
cap.
saw people say that. Oh, magically we have an election and COVID's gone. I was like, no, just the hot topic. It's like, okay, it's been 6 months of COVID. Something else to talk about for a second. COVID was still getting worse, and people were still hanging out for no fucking reason.
Still happen. People are still fucking dying. And the thing is, because of this, I mean, I'm going to go get tested tomorrow. Because we got the results of that guy's test today, even though we sent him home and he didn't work Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. The thing is, if I get a positive test tomorrow, I don't get to go see my family for Thanksgiving because my parents are in their fucking 80s. I'm sorry, Mom, you're 79. I know that would upset you if you heard me say this, but I know you're not listening to this because holy shit, I would have so many Hail Marys.
Well, if you end up not going to Florida and you can
Do a
test
COVID live
negative,
stream.
if you can taste
If I can
test negative, you can come to our house. You can sit outside the bay window while we're eating and our Norman Rockwell.
It is
and
right there. It is right
I will
there
just-
by the end of the table.
Yeah, I'll just throw scraps
just
out
keep
the
tapping.
window. Yeah,
And say,
cranberry
he's
sauce.
wrong. Your dad is wrong. Also, pass me the macaroni.
So you can.
I want green bean casserole.
I'll get a little Sophane trough I'll put outside. And we'll just dump
or like I fucking did for fucking Thanksgiving before last, I get to spend it fucking. Well, Thanksgiving before last, I spent it in jail.
Yeah, but the last Thanksgiving, didn't you go? You came to my house last Thanksgiving.
I did,
and then we did the
And then we did a
8
Black
hour
Friday
an
last
8 hour
year.
stream on Black Friday and got really fucking hammered.
So I
And-
haven't spent Thanksgiving with my family in a few years, and
Well, good.
I really want
Good.
to this year. But
We are looking forward to speaking of before we get off on this, Christmas stream. On my calendar. Christmas stream. I'll just look at this. We will be doing Let's pick it out right now. Which weekend? It can't be the 19th. What night do you want to do? We could do it on. We could do it on the 20th, the Sunday, the 20th. Are you going down to see your parents on the 20th?
we'll see tomorrow.
Well, I'm talking about in December.
I don't know what the 20th is.
20th is the Sunday. We do a Sunday Christmas stream. I don't want to do it on the 13th because the company Christmas party is on the 12th, and I know the condition we could potentially be in on the 13th. I don't see us being able to pull off a 13th Christmas party. Are you? Stop. Potentially Sunday the 20th, depending on what time Fane departs for his parents' house, if he can.
If I get to, but you know what? I'll just tell them it's all fucking made up, and they don't have to fucking worry about it.
It's not real.
They're probably fine, right?
So anyway,
because some fucking MAGA dipshit in my fucking chat said it was cool.
Stop. So it could either be the first weekend of December or the 20th of December, like 6th and or 20th.
One of those,
depending.
though. We'll do it. We'll do it.
We will do the Christmas, the all naughty, zero nice bats and a bender annual.
Are we gonna do
anal?
Are we gonna do the fucking clicking
Eggnog?
Yeah,
shine nog.
I
Shot
love that thing.
Shine nog shot in the face. While we pick out the most Christmassy Christmas movie ever, and we have a surprise guest, which we'll figure out who it's going to be.
It will be a surprise
because we're all going to be surprised. I know that Justin Wang might be in the running of someone we want to come on as the surprise guest to pick out the Christmas movie. But it will either be the first weekend or the weekend before Christmas that we do the stream. We will keep showing up while we do yelling at each other's streams.
We actually have to do another election stream next week.
I know.
We have so much to go over.
We have a lot to go over.
But we haven't talked to everybody in a fucking month, so that led to us just fucking
going off on electric cars, which
electric cars are cool. We both agree.
We are agreed, but it was
and
like
I
the
want a
nuance.
Hummer EV too. I do want one. I would love to have a Hummer EV. I would love to be able to afford a Hummer EV.
Especially if we can make it a studio car, so we can deduct it.
That would be cool, dude.
We should get it wrapped. Have Ryan wrap it real quick with some poison well shit.
I would love it. It looks so fucking cool, and the fucking both wheels doing that sidewinder.
The crab walk.
Yeah, how cool is that shit? Really cool. I just wish.
I can't wait till it doesn't happen. Hex is reloaded.
All right. Can we talk about Destiny?
I think we have to because we got to wrap this up, B.
Yeah,
so
we got to wrap it up. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we'll continue this. It won't skip. I promise. We'll do a stream because there's so much more on the liberal agenda.
And I feel like we have more shit that's gonna be showing up in the next week.
Yeah,
but,
I know. Every day that's going on. We barely touched it.
Because Trump isn't leaving the White House. Pence has already said we got another 4 years, everybody. So the Trumpers are
crazy shit is
unifying. Biden has already done his big acceptance speech. Kamala Harris is ready to step in.
Attorney General, which means I fucking hate her, but
we have Warnock here in Georgia that's still got to do
I wanted to talk about Warnock, and look, we have to do it
we
again.
We got a lot. We have a lot more shit we got to talk about.
I'm going to change the name of this to the stream that we yelled about EVs for too much of.
Just say part 1 plus EV.
No, I didn't ban Steven.
Ill-advised rant about
Steven?
electric trucks. Did someone ban Steven?
I didn't ban Steven. I've never banned anybody from this fucking channel.
So let's go back
talk about Warnock and Wassoff, or Warnock and Ossoff, and Loeffler and...
It was Loeffler and Warnock, and then Loeffler, Purdue?
Purdue. Oh my God.
All right, let's go back up to the top.
This is going to come down to Georgia gets to decide the Senate.
Oh,
this is fucking amazeballs.
We shouldn't be here.
All this is coming down to where we live, and there ain't no way we're missing that fucking special election.
Pat rant. Oh, we don't do that this week. Because actually, I think the guy changed what I was ranting about on that video.
Really? I watched that video, and I was... Anyway, I won't talk about it.
The rant was about something. I mean, we can quickly.
I don't even know what your rant was about, but I watched
let's
it
just
and
quickly,
started
let's just quickly
developing
cover
my
it.
own
You know what?
fucking rant.
Let's just quickly cover. Do you want to let's just quickly cover it since there's some we'll get 5 minutes.
Fine.
The Pat rant.
Click
on the video real quick.
Yeah.
My original rant was actually about something that got changed. So this video came out in October. Okay?
Yeah, it did. It's a new video.
You and I kind of both got locked into some of the abandoned shit, but we like
Bright Sun Films. I really like that guy.
Bright Sun Films is what we watched their abandoned Discovery Island on River Country on Disney.
Yeah,
and then
they did a lot of really cool stuff.
He did the McBarge, which we loved. And so Bright Sun Films does these abandoned videos, but he does research where he explains why it's abandoned, why it ended up, who owns it now.
Yeah, how did we get here?
He did the Pontiac Silverdome. He did the Pontiac Silverdome, which is now demolished.
Yeah,
so he covered that before demolishing.
So you get to see some of the history of what it was, and then you get to see the state it's current in and how it got here. How did we get here? Bright Sun Films is awesome.
Dances on that line of the Urban Explorer.
I was subscribed to Bright Sun Films when they had like 20,000 subs.
Yes, and he's blown up.
The fuck up.
So,
it's
but
good
he dances
content.
on the Urban Explorers, which go and honestly, I think the Urban Explorer niche has blown up since that After Man documentary series came out, like Discovery or something, where they started doing this like CG recreation of what happened, like basically when that I Am Legend movie came out, shit, like where they started doing like CG versions of what cities would look like if all of a sudden people were just vanquished off the planet. And so people are obsessed with people like this guy is going into an abandoned mansion. People had Christmases there. They had Thanksgivings there and get-togethers. Yeah. They had life there. That potentially they brought their child home from the hospital after it was born and this thing. And all of a sudden now it's this shell of a building. These memories are held within the walls, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And these abandoned places. The reason it's obsessive to us is because all of a sudden we see a place get just left, and it almost looks like it's done hurriedly because so much shit's just sitting there. Like they thought that Monday they'd come back and it'll still, they would just pick up where they left off, but then they just never return. So the title of this video in particular is right now it's called Abandoned Mega Mansion, Indoor Water Slide, Home Theater, and More. That was not the original title.
What was the original title?
What my rant was, as they said, abandoned celebrities mansion, indoor water slide, home theater, blah, blah, blah. And they used the term celebrity.
Right. That bring in those fucking, that'll hit that fucking guy down.
Right. I have a feeling they either caught some flack for it, something happened, and they removed the celebrity part. Because as I watched the video, I was like, are they going to tell us which celebrity? So then because I have a feeling it was like a low-level celebrity that we didn't know. And I was like, I have to look up who the celebrity is and see what they did that made them a celebrity.
Was it Johnny Rocket?
You're right. Somebody that was like hit a level status for a minute and then they spent all their money on blow. Because they were in a band that sucked dick. So I was watching it, and like you can tell, like as he's walking through, he's just most of these explorers they just make shit up.
Yeah,
they don't know. They did no research.
This too, and that's all he did was make it up.
He goes,
nothing
I don't know.
about this
Maybe
building.
This is and there was another because I wanted to do a video for Poison Well a long time ago about Explorer Josh or Exploring with Josh or whatever the guy's name was, and he was so dumb that he would just say shit out of his ass.
Yes, I remember
an
that
average
guy.
person,
Yes.
because we watched several videos and I'm like, we could just watch this video because he'll say something so stupid it makes no sense to even if you walked into this place, if we were just jogging down the road, we saw this abandoned place and we walked in and then we started like prophesizing what happened, we wouldn't have come up with the dumb statement that this person would have come up with. And I remember the Explorer Josh guy, he went to the like resort one time and there was a roller skating rink and there were still some old quads, roller skates, like at the rental station. And the guy's like, oh my God, look at these. These are like, like roller blades, but they're not aligned. Like he didn't even know what quads
what roller skates were.
You didn't know what he just kept calling, and he kept referring to them as rollerblades.
Can you imagine a time when they couldn't even figure out the technology to put rollerblade wheels all in a row?
So he kept referring to me. He goes, the weird rollerblades. Like he didn't even know what they were. Like they were so crazy that he's so young. That's the generation that we're looking at.
But these channels blow the fuck up.
And they blow up. So the problem is these guys, these urban explorers, they start finding and they tell each other, because you start noticing the same places getting explored. They start running to these places just to get quick footage, but they do zero research. They don't look at anything. That's why we like Bright Sun Films, because he actually tries to figure out what happened. What was this?
Yeah, he doesn't just break into an abandoned fucking house.
But most of the time, he actually looks at the urban explorers and then like he credits who got the. But then he goes and like, whose house was this really though?
Yeah.
And so
and is it okay for me to fucking just break into a fucking home?
Occasionally he goes out and does do some exploring, but like most of his big videos are all actual like research where he figures out what happened.
Yes.
So yes, this actually
video is
this
about
was
what
this was in our doc a while ago, but it was originally called Celebrity, and like the word celebrity was at the top. I was like, it was definitely clickbait because he never finds the celebrity, and then he just says some shit. That he makes up, and as you're watching the video,
in this video,
yeah, as you're watching the 16,
I've been playing it
video,
while we're talking without sound, of course, but
yeah,
you can see there's zero evidence. What we have here is a break-in in progress.
Yes, a B&E, dude, and he goes in and just it's someone that got evicted is what happened. Someone that bought a house that it was a house poor went in, bought a house, couldn't afford it, got evicted, or decided to flee in the middle of the night.
Or
left a lot
could
of shit.
afford it and suddenly fucking like
the house crash.
Bet too much on fucking margin on fucking
they had a balloon
NASDAQ
payment,
and lost it.
Right, they had a balloon payment they couldn't afford. They left in the dark of night, and the bank can't sell the property yet. Whatever, blah blah blah. So it's been sitting here for a couple of years. There's nothing really to see here. It's the plight of the American people that live beyond their means, and he's making a quick 16 minute video out of it. But the problem is
we put in views.
Yeah, but he put celebrity originally in the title. I can tell he changed the title because that was originally what was. I wish I'd like screenshotted. He changed the title because I think he caught flack. I wonder if he like deleted all those comments. Nope, comments are turned off. You know why?
Yeah, he turned the comments off because people were like, "This is a fucking B&E."
Yeah, this is a B&E, and this is not a celebrity's house. Why do you put celebrity? So he changed the name and disabled comments. Got his million fucking views. So that was the Pat rant. Was originally about this. I want to do a Poison the Well video about this shit where I think we should go do a B&E.
We should just break into a celebrity's house that still lives there.
AJ Green
There's tons of celebrities here in Atlanta.
AJ Green just bought that house right by my parents, and it's ridiculous. It was today that my wife figured out that that's who, because they bought this old like ranch house, but it was like a big property on the corner lot, and all of a sudden
AJ Green.
It's AJ Green.
That's awesome.
But she looked it up and she goes, "It's Ariel Green bought it," and then she should like dive deeper to find out that he bought the property like 2 years ago, and then finally bulldozed the old ranch house that had been sitting on it. And started building, because I kept saying, I was like, this house is so ridiculous. It makes no sense. This is not a developer that bought that lot. It's like, I'm going to build this 5-car garage and a basketball court because I know that the money will come. Like, this was definitely someone owned it and built this house. So I said, this is a celebrity. This is like an NBA star or a rapper or somebody. I was like, and so she started digging up. It's right on the corner of my parents' house. By no means do my parents own. Basically, the rich people are moving in, pushing my parents out.
Yeah, no. His parents were the first rich people to move into the neighborhood.
My parents' house, when they bought it, was under $100,000. They bought it because I was born. So they were like, we need a bigger house. And my grandfather was like, I can get my contracting license and we can save some money.
This whole thing happened because condoms used to be really poorly made.
Yeah, lambskin doesn't save you, motherfucker. So anyway, yeah, that was my rant. And
dude, we should fucking break into.
We'll go kick into AJ Green's house.
We should break into your parents' house. And look, oh my God, do you think it has a working piano like this house does?
Why would you break into my grandparents' house? I mean, they have a piano.
Yeah,
working depends on who's in front of it.
Plus, it would be really hilarious to get caught and possibly shot by your.
I don't know. My grandfather, he's so faded now. He doesn't know who we are.
I know, but the thing is, I know, that's what I'm saying. It would be really hilarious to be shot by a family member.
He won't know because he's going to shove a Twinkie into a shotgun and start trying to, yeah, he's in his 90s now. He doesn't care. Honestly, he's just going to be like, oh, please, sweet death. Please make it happen.
But anyway, you guys have been sitting there watching while Pat's talking. All the evidence you see has been played above. Do you see the celebrity? Do you see
any evidence that says the celebrity?
What you see is a crime in progress.
Yes. The problem, my rant was originally because his title, but like the fact that he disabled his comments is because he clickbait the fuck out of everybody. He got me because I looked at it, and now we've looked at it again.
Views.
So we've helped the progress of the video. But yeah, he disabled that because he clickbaited. There was no evidence of any of the shit that he said. But we'll leave Pat rant as a opportunity on the doc. That was it for this week. Me just ranting about that. I know I want to do it. We talked about it so many times about doing a Poison Well video about. And at this point, they don't care what we talk about. But we wanted to do
TV. I'm sorry. Anyway.
But we wanted to do the Urban Explorers. It's just so dumb because if they had done any research, they could have the problem is they did research.
Most Urban Explorer videos are bullshit.
Yeah, they're fake. But we have a couple that the Explorer with Josh is the one where he explores some shit and he just says some dumb shit the whole time. And even a modestly intelligent person would be like, well, that's stupid. God. And the thing is, they're all Gen Z, so they don't understand. A glass tube TV confuses them.
Look at this.
Regular roller skatings or quads, which they didn't get called quads until rollerblades came out.
Yeah, what is RCA port?
Yeah, it
what
just
even
confuses
is
them.
that?
So and you just see them guessing, even if they just shot the video and then spit their opinions into the video for themselves later during the editing process, and then they did the research and then voice-overed what they looked at and then explained it.
Look, remember,
it'd be
here's
better,
the thing, Generation Z. Let me give you some tips. When your parents were born, most of what you see around had been invented. The microwave existed, the color television existed, 100,000-watt radio stations existed. When I was born, my parents saw
enjoyed
Hitler.
AM radio.
They saw Hitler. Like, shit happened. It was crazy, dude. My parents were born in World War II, and then boom, I can microwave a fucking Hot Pocket. You were like, oh my God, you microwave Hot Pockets in such crazy different ways. Microwaves used to have knobs. It's lame.
Yeah, they did, by the way. It was almost like it looked like a TV, but you could watch your food
you would
cook.
turn the knob. Like, it's lame what you're doing. Pretending like, holy shit, dude, look at this bathtub. It's got a hot water nozzle and a cold water nozzle. You gotta mix them yourself.
That's the thing. That's what the Evergreen Explorers are doing. Is that they're looking at shit that's from the 90s.
And yeah, going like, whoa, they're blown away in the sands of time. Whoa!
Yes, they're modern day archaeologists. They're like, wow, look at this.
Whoa,
glass tube. This glass front of this TV. Why is it? Oh, it's boxy. It's a box.
This wood floor is actually wood.
Yeah, it's a.
Fucking
maybe it's just we're old. We're just the old fogies yelling into the inner box.
Listen to me, internets.
All right,
you're dumb.
Let's go to right wing Frankie McDonald for our weather.
Oh, I'm afraid. All right, Frankie.
You ready? Last time we saw him, he was hanging out with Nick
Fuentes, the Cookie Monster. God damn it! All right.
Let's,
Johnny, we're almost there, bro.
Let's see if he's about to like hail Hitler or something.
Here we go and go.
This is Frankie McDonald, my own TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. There is an asteroid size of the Eiffel Tower headed towards the planet Earth in the year 2068. It's going to bypass the Earth. It's not going to hit the Earth at all. It's going to completely bypass the Earth in the year 2068. There's an asteroid size of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. It's going to completely bypass the Earth in the year 2068. That's 4 decades away. It's going to completely bypass the Earth. That's a long ways off from now. Year 2068 is really long ways off from now. It's going to completely bypass the Earth in the year 2068. That asteroid size of the Eiffel Tower. It's going to bypass the Earth. For people living in the year 2068, be prepared. Have your telescopes ready, have your binoculars ready to look at the asteroids up in the skies. That's for the people from the future in the year 2068. Have your telescopes and binoculars ready if it's a clear skies that night. You look up the asteroid up in the sky. People from the future in the year 2068, be prepared to look up that asteroid up in the skies. Have your telescopes ready. Have your binoculars ready. All over the world in the year 2068. Take care, stay safe, and be safe.
So, my daughter and her kids.
Oh boy.
May
the kids who just did the urban exploring should watch out.
The virtual or urban explorer, because they're gonna have AI bots that walk through the
what is this sky?
Yeah, this it's so blue and purple. So what he's saying is that people of the year 2068, you're safe because a giant. By the way, meteors fly past us a lot.
I like the chat's like, hey, you too, Frankie. You be careful.
You be prepared.
You also be prepared. Order your Chinese and your pizza, Chinese food and your pizza.
But what if? Like we're all at the Flossin Paradise.
Toy is like, I had plans in 2068.
Like we're all in Flossin Paradise, right? We're all floating around in the cruise ship around the beach planet. Yeah. And this is being projected over the monitors is in 2020. The reason we're all here hovering over the coast of Flossin Paradise is because Frankie McDonald kept us in the know that a giant meteor was going to miss us.
Somebody in 2067 is going to accidentally stumble across that video and go,
oh,
hey!
God! They're going to miss us, which means nothing happens. Frankie is still following me. I just saw that. He is still following me on Twitter.
That's good.
So, that's good. That's nice.
No? Okay.
You
don't get to be on TV then. Loser.
Mr. Ukesa or Westby. It's his. By the way, it's his birthday.
Oh.
My wife's birthday was actually this past week, so
they share a birthday?
They look to be about the same age.
Oh no.
So
and they both look the same and they're naked.
Let's I'm on my way to your house.
All right, here we go. What are you?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Mr. Ukesa!
Wow. Okay.
That's.
You know what? It's better content than we put out. So, what am I talking about?
That was the. You know what? You're on a different planet when your dick gives the blowjobs.
I feel like
that he's letting you know that he's not blowing it out.
Oh, that's how. Oh,
it's not a GMC commercial.
Candles are actually being blown out with my dick.
He
should have added
Mr. Ukesa's penis flap is definitely
blowing the candles out. Yeah,
that's why this dick gives its own blowjobs. Boom. It's amazing.
All right.
So yeah, I think we did it. I
don't know what's going on with the camera. I'll work that out. We've got so much more to finish. We didn't get into anything because we drink.
Unfortunately,
we rant, and then we
got
ignore
hung
you,
up.
and you say, "Get back on topic, fags."
Yeah,
Why would you say that? It's problematic.
Got caught up on electric cars, which I have a feeling we might do again.
We're gonna do
it's because it's the future.
It's the future. Sorry.
I do also like we had a few guests show up. I think I want to keep that going
in the future. I like that.
I think so. You need to add to our Discord.
Go join our Discord. And it's also where you find us playing Destiny 2. You'll notice.
If we're not on at night,
we're
on Discord a lot. So you can find us there. A lot of people drop in and just listen to us yell at each other there about electric cars. And but next live stream, you might want to jump in the waiting room because you could get pulled into the live stream and spit your fire. Before we go, let me double check, make sure we do. Oh, we do. We have some donations.
Come and sit.
Artemis Braceably an hour ago donated $5. Name the pending lawsuits that have the potential of changing the winner of the election. Which ones are it they? Use your words. Font campaign. Yeah, Trump's suing everybody.
He doesn't have a prayer. It's like it got like 19 out of 20 cases thrown the fuck out. And then today he came onto Twitter and said, no, those were lawsuits from other people. I got a really big fucking lawsuit that's super fucking awesome, and it won't be coming out till next week. All the other ones are from other people.
We need to bring that video I sent you about the concession thing. I sent you, this nuts? Did that TED Talk concession talk explain?
Yes. Yeah, Van Jones, who I actually like Van Jones, even though he's a fucking liberal fuck stick.
He's a dirty liberal. But he breaks down what a concession speech is.
It could be relevant and maybe something we should all go over.
And that he wouldn't have done as much research if it didn't feel applicable. And honestly, I couldn't agree more.
Even though this morning I was like, holy shit, Trump is fucking conceding. And then he tweeted, hell no, I'm not conceding, motherfuckers. Pew, pew. And I'm like, oh, God damn.
So if Trump hasn't conceded, I think we should go to the Van Jones
All right,
video
well,
a
we'll
little
see
bit.
what happens next week.
We'll see that because we got more shit to talk about.
We do.
Artemis Brace for $2 says phonics or Pahonics, Patrick.
Hooked on Pahonics. Working.
Patrick.
Oh, man.
Skeptic Fighter Jet with his measly, dirty.
He gets a fucking boo because he
Saint,
got us in a fight. You don't
$2.
come between me and my man.
3 cheers, Alvin Kamara. Fuck you.
Fuck. Oh. Sorry, I hit the cheers by accident. The crowd was not cheering for you, and they quickly changed to boos when they realized they had made a mistake.
You're a dirty fighter jet. You're not the.
I'm
you're not one of the
skeptical
good
that
ones.
he's even a fighter jet.
Bet you don't even have a fighter jet.
I bet you fucking don't. Like Jim.
More like graphics shit. I fucked it up. I'm tired. I shouldn't be looking at it. I'm trying to delete the fucking shit. I'm like graphic image graphic. You don't suck. Fuck you, dude.
Hate everybody.
I'm over here. I'm canceling out screens and trying to dunk on somebody. That's not how you do it.
No.
I'm half a big bottle of wine through. Okay, I'm more than half a big bottle. Holy shit. Daddy had a drink.
He said, yes, I am. Bet I do.
Bet I do.
Bet I do.
This was a fun stream.
It was probably not for you guys, and I'm sorry. We're going to do better. We'll figure out how to YouTube.
I don't know. We covered some topics with lots of people on there.
This is what you fucking get.
The new thing I think we'll try to do is keep the waiting room on Discord open.
The Discord that did work, and I think
it doesn't mean that you'll get. It does not mean that you'll get pulled in, but it does mean you have the opportunity to potentially.
Right now, tonight we pulled in everybody who volunteered
because it's first time. But
and
it also allows
knew several of you.
But it also allows
like we've met 2 of the 3 in person.
But here's the thing. The waiting room allows this because it is a voice channel.
Yes.
If the 2 of y'all are having an argument in the chat, you can challenge them to the voice channel.
Yeah, come on.
And you can, guys, y'all, you can
defend his bullshit.
You can verbally fight out without having to be in the chat. You can just go in the voice chat and yell at each other.
Yeah,
and then
tonight,
potentially
like Cajun tonight, I agree with almost everything Cajun said. I was actually
you don't always
chat,
agree with Cajun.
And I usually fucking disagree with him sternly.
Yes. So Cajun, you guys found some middle ground tonight. That's kind of nice.
No, that was the point. The point was I'll kill him.
Yes.
With my verbally.
Yes. But
I'm
so
a big brain.
from now on, so go to Discord. If you don't have Discord downloaded, you can also find us on Discord at random times throughout the week.
Says you haven't figured it out in 6 years. Why start now?
That's Toy.
Fine.
You ain't
fair. You are not nice.
But we will have the waiting room available on our Discord every live stream. If you feel like you want to jump into the waiting room, you can get pulled into the live stream and say your piece and call Fane a soy boy cuck to his face.
Yep, and soon we'll have Hannibal and Monty back on so that we can get less accomplished than we did tonight. Yeah, that'll be fun. That stream actually, even though it didn't get as many views, a lot of people said they really enjoyed it. So
good.
Who knows
All
what
right.
people like?
I gotta go.
I gotta go too. I have to go.
I will go before you go.
You will
son of a
not go.
bitch.
You don't get to decide who goes. I'm the decide goer.
You're a decider? You're the decider
I am
of
the
all things?
decider on who goes. And you go.